those skill.
So, hi gang, we're now live. I've had an idea of how to tackle the inevitable problem that we're going to have to face of potentially having to voice a lot of characters in in court trial potentially.
Yeah, what's up?
I think so. I'm calling it the 80 Accord, which is that because 80 is canonically, like multiple kind of personalities mixed in one, 80 could potentially be shared amongst us. What do we think?
I think Em would cry if you take 80 from her.
I think I need a new button for my little critter where I press it and I get big, wet, sad eyes so you can see how devastated I am at this idea.
Okay, we don't understood. Okay.
No, worst comes to worst, there are characters I'd be happy to hand away and be like, I need to step away from this. God, don't take 80 from me, please. The only circumstances I think I would sacrifice 80 is if a whole, fifth person joined us for these streams, and I'd be like, well, maybe if you'd like 80,
the
I could do this for you.
timeline where Danny's schedule wasn't shot, and we were able to, suddenly rope Danny into this, I wish.
Danny lives across the entire damn ocean.
Yeah, we are playing a lot later at night now.
We are playing a lot later at night.
True.
That is true.
That
but
is
I
true.
still don't know what Danny's schedule is at these time of nights. But also, oh my gosh.
They're working, so.
Yeah. But hi everybody.
Hi.
I just rushed to get my new roommate settled in, so I'm like, we're going live at a reasonable time. All things considered, I could have pressed the button earlier, but it be what it be. You're so insane. I pat you on the head, Basil. Also, hello, Videoteca. Hello, Basil, who is staying up way too late and also already DMing me. Basil DM'd me a long string of slug cat jumping emotes with yay stream time.
I love slug cat.
Let me also verify that I already have things set. The anti-shaper measures are set. Cool, great.
Anti-shaper measures.
Because shaper will always, if it's available, redeem something like mommy mode or ooh off the bat if it is available. I'm like, I can't have that for these streams. Not at 10:30 at night. Not in the mood for that.
You can always make one of us do it.
By one of us, that just means you. Because Gabe and I are going to do it. I'm not going to force Blinn to do an ooh.
I'm so always ready to be silly. And
I know you
this
are.
about me.
I know you are. And I appreciate you. I know that. I appreciate you. I can only milk you guys so much for content.
Dude. Sorry.
What's your problem?
I can't be normal. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let me resize this. I am shrinking you guys down just a little bit. There we go. Yippee. Also, hi, I may have my scroll wheel finally fixed by this week. I've gone almost 2 months without a fucking proper scroll wheel, and it's made me insane. It's made me so fucking insane. So shit happened. We stopped mid-scene last time because we had to, because things kept fucking going and going and going. London shot a guy. The guy did
extremely fast on the draw, mind you.
London quick draw, one hand shot a guy, single bullet, dead on the spot. Chopin, not Chopin. God, what the fuck is this useless man's name?
Rogers.
Huey Rogers?
Rogers, yeah, that's his name. Rogers, for whatever reason, knows that Sosuke is the Hound of Ikaria, which is not supposed to be information that he knows. Really, really not supposed to be known information, but was likely leaked. We confirmed that the windows were definitely the slide and shut kind, much to Emma's extreme frustration.
Yeah.
We really keep reaching new tiers of this woman's frustration.
The beauty of being at this place in person.
Beauty of being at this place in person, and knowing things yet again, which is really fun. Given last case we didn't know things, but now we do know things. But we can't say the things that we know. Right. So we're now looking at. Are we looking at the?
We've re-arrived at the crime scene.
Okay, I was like, are we going into that room that the one person was staying at? No, I'm looking at the crime scene. Right.
I mean, that is a dead body on the floor. It feels pretty safe to assume.
That's true. Seems like the smell is starting to fade. Barely even the memory of blood, now that so many feet have trodden through here. Nothing lasts forever. Miss Han. Oh my god.
The minute I take a fucking sip of water. Okay, hold on. What? No, I already called you this morning. No, they're not. No, they're not. You're being paranoid. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'll call you tonight. Bye.
Didn't mean to interrupt another lover's quarrel.
What? Oh, no, that was... Dementia meds aren't working. They get confused this time of day.
Sorry.
Forget it. That's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna turn my phone off for a minute and forget. Cute android, by the way.
Aw.
Look at her. She's so cuties.
So, what's up?
There's a couple ways of going about this, but none of them are surefire. Might as well start out big and see if there's anything to this theory. Do the Blue Bloods use silent alarms?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for telling us.
Sure.
I'm actually going to need a bit more than that, Miss Han.
It's just Han.
Did Creek have a silent alarm? She's hesitating all of a sudden. Is she unsure of the answer, or did she just give her first answer without thinking about where it would lead?
Nothing like that installed in the building. Arcs would have chewed it up and spat it out by now.
The Arcs is not flawless. It can miss things.
Look, you've seen the level of tech we Blue Bloods have. It's secure, but it ain't subtle.
True. An Orca-run security firm won't have quite as much luck hiding their subsystems from the police as David Asher did. Sarah.
But the Arcs can miss things that aren't tech at all.
A silent alarm that's analog.
Let me know if you figure that one out. Either an alarm is analog and loud, or digital and silent. They don't mix.
She's defensive, but her logic is sound. Approaching it from the other angle, then. How could an analog silent alarm possibly function? A literal alarm, but one that can't be heard, under normal circumstances.
What a horrible smell in here.
Like a dog whistle.
Hmm?
You once bragged to me about your sense of smell.
I don't think I was bragging.
Could have sworn you puffed your chest out at the time. Doesn't matter. If I asked you to sniff something out, could you find it?
What would you like me to look for?
I still don't have a clear picture of what happened after I left. But there's one thing I know should be here that hasn't turned up once yet.
Where her goddamn knife?
Yeah, but smelling a knife? Hi,
I mean,
Shaman.
Metal.
Metal, blood. She did leave a bloody knife at the crime scene, and it is the only thing that, like, she took the cigarette.
She took the
knows
cigarette
where the
with her,
keys
yeah,
are. They
yeah.
were on Creek. Where the fuck her knife?
Right. I'm the only one who knows about the knife. And while I don't know where it went, I do know it had plenty of blood on it when I last saw it. I want you to smell for blood.
Adonai, do you really need me to help you find blood in here?
I'm not asking you to sniff in here. I want you to smell out the window.
I'll try. Mm. There are many strong smells in this part of the city, Adonai. But there is something truly unpleasant as well. Something beneath this fire escape.
Okay. Now go fetch.
You could ask nicely.
Oh. The way that she goes, anyways.
Person.
Wait, Sarah.
Yes?
It's a very old, rusted fire escape. Take the stairs.
Hmm?
You're too heavy.
As you command, Adonai.
On the instant. Several minutes later, Sarah returned, looking worse for wear and seemingly in a bad mood. Did the weight comment bother her that much?
Adonai, I do not like digging through trash. It is not a dignified way to investigate.
Digging in people's trash is the basis of all good investigation.
Easy for you to say when you aren't wearing all
Oh
white.
no!
Girl, that's your choice.
Did you find something?
Yes.
My knife. And it's charred.
I found it amongst the ashes of a blackened steel drum below the fire escape. It seems to have been the site of a fire.
That sounds familiar. Wasn't there a barrel burning in the alley when I first scoped the place out?
There were signs of a chemical flame retardant being applied to the barrel.
Police must have put the fire out when they first secured the scene. Meaning the knife wasn't in a fire all night, but still.
There does indeed appear to be blood on this handle.
Apologies. Hang on, I just completely bungled that line.
All good.
There does indeed appear to be blood on this knife, Adonai. So how did both the police and Cyanus miss it?
Their noses aren't as good as yours, evidently.
That is true. But they have drones and dogs for this kind of thing.
Yeah, but they have to actually use them. They'd have no reason to search the vicinity for a bloody knife if they found a sword sticking out of a corpse's midsection.
Shall we ask the police to check for fingerprints?
Fingerprints are mostly oil and sweat. Fire evaporates them both.
Then,
We have to test and see whose blood is on that knife.
but DNA is damaged by heat as well.
You know, before DNA analysis, blood had another forensic use.
You mean blood typing?
The DNA on the knife might be too damaged, but modern analytical tools should be able to at least identify blood typing.
That could work, Adonai.
Great! Ready to get started?
Pardon?
You were capable of recognizing my DNA, weren't you?
When we first met? Yes, but
So why don't you try your hand at analyzing blood type? It's gotta be simpler, right? Honey.
it might be Adonai, but to analyze blood on this knife, I would have to use my tongue.
Pretend it's a lollipop or something.
It's blood?
Well done, blood. It'll taste like beef.
It's not.
You don't know what human blood tastes like.
Of course I don't. Look, the fire
Morgan, are you
sanitized
implying
it.
you've never bitten your
Probably.
tongue?
I think Morgan's
Have you never like
guys. I think
Would-
Morgan's. I don't think Morgan's implying that in the slightest.
I was about to comment on what the actual taste of blood is.
I
'cause
feel like the vast majority of the human population actually does in fact know what blood tastes like because they've done things like, you know, bite your teeth or flossed your teeth a little
Or
too hard
get
or
your
got
lip
punched in the
busted.
face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it
Or
tastes
chew on
like
your lip.
iron.
most people know it tastes like iron. I think you're overcorrecting a little too hard, Morgan.
I think Morgan probably knows very well what human blood tastes like, and probably for different reasons.
For sure. But it's
Basil,
like you're overcorrecting,
Basil, down,
Sarah,
down.
like, thought. Both of them have thought bubbles. Sarah and her fucking, hang on, Morgan and her thought bubble killing people. Sarah and her thought bubble vampire.
This is also like, Morgan, this is a fucked up, like, this is a fucked up thing to have Sarah to do. Like, goddamn.
I'm not gonna lie too. There was like a meme that like flashed in my mind when Morgan suggested like, "Hey, hey, taste the knife." It's it's just like old like Tumblr post that I saw a while ago. It's just like, watch out, my knife has quite a bite to it, and it just licks the blade. It's just like I shouldn't have done that. It just passes out.
It has like fucking poison on it.
That one fucking oh god, I believe it's like I don't think it's a Japanese show. It was some like old movie or something, but it's a fantastic fucking gag.
Think it was Chinese Baby. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, possibly. I'd have to look it up, but it's such a great gag.
It's such a good bit.
But yeah, this is kind of like, fucked up thing to ask. Look, the fire's
just doing it. It's just asking your little robot to do blood analysis. Smile.
Yeah. Look.
Never mind that her blood analysis. Hey, it's David's bad for putting blood analysis location tongue.
But I feel it does show a decent bit on Morgan's character also, that like Sarah's not, Morgan went out of her way to like give Sarah special favors, but also we're clearly seeing that Sarah's not free from all of Morgan's personality quirks, right? Because that's a fucked up thing to ask. The fire sanitized it. Probably. Just get it over with.
I will reference this incident the next time we discuss Reyes Adonai.
Fine by me. Because that's never happening.
I was about to say, does she get paid?
They make you do it!
Analyzing flavor profile. Analysis complete.
Hooray!
Oh my
This is
god.
That was some.
What are you doing to her?
Putting my
That was
Android
so
in
fucking
situations.
That was
What a Newgrounds bit, by the way.
that was a Newgrounds
that
ass bit.
that was a very
Newgrounds
bit.
ass bit. I'm like, fucking okay, yeah, they read Hemstuck. They were on Newgrounds.
I loved that.
That was
Look,
awesome.
I'm gonna be real. I thought they were gonna actually have me control the knife with my mouse pointer for a second.
New minigame unlocked. Make Sarah lick a knife.
They're fucking doing WarioWare shit to Sarah now.
This is.
They are doing WarioWare shit to her. Oh no.
This is fucked up, right? Like, this is kind of psychotic for Morgan to have like Sarah to do, especially since she knows that Sarah is not like just an android. Sarah is a person. Like, I'm like, that's fucked up. Holy shit.
A little.
What have you got?
There is blood from more than one person present. Mostly B negative, I believe, with some AB around the tip.
Poor Sarah.
Now we have a reason to look at all those blood types.
Yep. Miller was who we primarily stabbed. Yep, B negative.
Yeah, but then where's the AB negative coming from?
It's coming from when it got mixed in somebody's blood. I don't remember whose it was specifically. No.
Didn't he say he cut himself? Didn't he say he cut himself on the knife when he was cutting himself free?
No. Remember when Morgan dragged her sword tip against the floor?
Yes, this is the knife.
But this is the knife. Yeah, this is the knife.
This is the knife. Guys, this is the knife.
Okay, no.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sosuke is also AB negative.
So he might have nicked himself.
He said so. I remember this.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I think if you pull up his medical analysis, it also says something about that on there.
Good thought, Emily. Where the fuck is medical records? Blood from various sources across the interior. Right. Yeah, found on left hand. Right? Because his his left hand was all sorts busted up. Yeah. Understood.
So he would have Morgan probably stuck the knife in his right hand regardless to start with. So anyway,
Yeah.
the point is,
All right. Now I can cross-reference that with the rest of the data I have, which we just did. Thank you for the report,
Yeah.
Sarah. You've given me a new lead to follow.
Yes, Adonai.
I feel so bad for Sarah. Fuck.
And you just made your first forensic contribution to an ongoing criminal investigation. How many androids can say that? But a little bit fucked up of an angle to have to look at through, but
my knife.
mass-produced
knife.
medium-sized combat knife sold at a wide variety of outdoors or hunting vendors, recovered at the bottom of an ash-filled barrel, bears clear signs of blood on the blade despite being significantly charred by flames. Unique but nonetheless admissible forensic analysis found the presence of the following. Last time I'll ever leave something important with Sasuke. How the hell did it end up outside?
Interesting design for the knife.
Do we have any other people with AB negative blood on file, by the by? I know we just looked at...
We do. We do have somebody else with AB negative on the profile.
I know we just looked at Morgan, yes, but like...
Morgan does.
Who else?
That would be at the scene. I mean, hold on. Nope, not London.
No.
Because we can't do DNA, so like, there could be more than one...
Jopin is
A
A+. Where's Rogers? Here, there we are. Fuck, god damn it.
Clicking is hard.
Also, Navy negative.
Also AB negative. Hello. That is immediately intriguing. Interesting. Han is O negative. All right, girl. Anyone else? May I? Okay. Okay. No, come on. We've got some boxes to tick.
Red ink protocol designed to make data difficult to physically redistribute.
Couldn't anyone just take out their phone and snap a picture of the pages?
It seems that some of the responding officers attempted to. The ARC shows that they failed.
That's some fancy ink. What do you see when you look at the pages then?
No more detail than you do, I am afraid. It's strange, isn't it? They went to such lengths to protect this information. And yet these papers were left out where Officer Chopin or anyone could read them.
They weren't left there by Craig. I took the documents out of his safe so I could reach the mask. And I must have left them out on the desk afterwards. Yeah, you weren't exactly thorough in cleaning that up.
Ankur Tan. Supposedly, he was the first to die.
Logically, he had to have been. He's the one who had the gun. If an attacker got it away from him, they must have done so first.
Yes, I can see that the gun is registered to him.
Right. Registered. Who the hell would look at this guy with that gun and just nod him along?
Patrol officers TC and HR 1 week ago.
Hold on a
Rick
second.
Chopin, Huey Rogers.
Oh wait, yeah. Hold
Yep.
those exact officers. Uh-huh. TC and HR. Tariq Chopin and Huey Rogers.
The badge numbers match. It seems they detained Ankur Tan briefly during a stop and frisk and found this gun on him.
Finding a gun like this on anyone with priors during a stop and frisk. At the very minimum, that's grounds for 28 days detainment. Why'd they just let him go?
Is it possible that he was a criminal informant?
If he was a CI, they wouldn't have even logged the incident. And besides, patrol officers don't have their own CIs.
Then perhaps they let him go for some other reason.
Because they'd already gotten what they wanted from him. Make sure to copy the file of that stop and frisk reports.
Right away.
Okay, well, this is some fucking
Right?
information and a
Right?
half.
That is big information, because that immediately allows us... right, okay, so that's that updated Magus understood. Subject in possession of firearm in violation of parole, shows signs of illegal modification. Subject in possession of suspect communications software installed on personal phone, released with a warning. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Our client, Sosuke, according to Rogers, this is how he found him.
Thrusting the sword into Chopin.
Or merely trying to retrieve it.
Not a huge improvement there.
He really was found in a terrible state, wasn't he?
And that was before the police gave him his cop killer welcoming, and...
Mm?
Sarah, bring up the medical files in Sosuke. I want to go over everything we know about how he looked when Rogers arrested him.
What specifically?
Blood analysis. He was covered in blood, right? Were samples taken for analysis?
The blood on his torso and head was all his own. He got some of Chopin's blood on him while he was face down, being cuffed by Officer Rogers. And he also had a great deal of Trey's blood on his feet and pant legs.
How exactly was he injured?
His left hand was broken. He had internal bleeding throughout his torso. Bruising and rope burns on his wrist where he was bound. Contusions all over the interior side of his body.
What does contusion mean?
Contusions are, I think, the official terminology for bruising.
Ah.
You'll have to give me a second to double check. Yes, it is the official term for bruising.
I love this game, just being so confident to use the fucking language that they want to use and not worrying about the reader. It's like, you can learn some new words.
Hashtag, I know medical shit. Kind of.
Mr. Pharmacy over here.
Smeal.
And he also sustained a large blunt force trauma wound on the back of his head.
His biggest wound was to the back of his head. I guess if he fell backwards to the ground.
There is also a small cut on his left hand,
How small?
as if he cut himself in the kitchen.
Wait a minute. Check that guy's blood type.
Whose?
Fucking
Rogers?
Chopin. Yeah.
Rogers.
No, Chopin, the guy who got stabbed.
Chopin is A+. The blood, the blood on the knife is clearly, it belongs to Miller's and potentially Rogers. Because Rogers is AB negative.
Well,
Got
it could
it.
also be Sosuke, because AB negative was also Sosuke's
Yeah,
blood type.
Sosuke's is also AB negative.
This
Yeah.
is going to be a point of contention.
Most likely.
1,000,000%
For
for
sure, yeah. Yeah, it could be
but we're
both.
pretty sure what was the other one? A negative was Miller?
The other one was B negative,
A
which is
negative.
Miller.
B negative. I can't remember.
No,
Fucking
you're fine,
shit,
you're fine.
Dude. We literally talked about it 10 seconds ago. B
Oh,
negative.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any other B negatives at all who are at the scene, so.
No one that would have been in the scene. Wasn't expecting a metaphor there, but it's effective enough.
Any other questions about our client's arrest, Adonai?
Unless there are some crime scene photos you've been holding out on me.
I'm afraid not.
How is it that I'm the only one who made an effort to preserve the crime scene? Everything else over on this side of the room. Oh,
Is this evidence?
it's a piece of crap some crime scene tech left behind. Nothing relevant about it.
Yes, you're right. It's just displaying a news article they must have been reading. Apparently, they've arrested the Heartbreak Killer.
What?
It's copycat. Yes, the Heartbreak Killer's copycat. And it seems...
Just let me skim it for myself. Blinn, would you
That
like
scared
to?
me for a second.
Blinn, would you like to read this?
Sure, give me a bit.
It's not that long. All good.
An individual suspected of planning an act of terror has been arrested, thanks to quick response from local police and well-coordinated efforts from state investigators. The suspect, whose identifying information has been released to the public, was
Not Ben.
apprehended by
Continue.
has not been and was apprehended by officers seemingly in the midst of preparing their attack, and having already loaded a firearm and several magazines of ammunition into their vehicle. Police have not commented on whether the firearm in question was properly tagged, but insiders with close ties to the investigation claimed that the weapon itself was not what led to the arrest. We had identified a troubling pattern of net activity in the days leading up to the arrest. Concerning searches and attempts to access old net portals, the suspect had already been on our radar by that point. So when they posted that manifesto, we were able to quickly secure a warrant for their arrest. The alleged manifesto in question consists of what was, at the time, a publicly accessible online document praising Heartbreak's and hardline stance against the neoliberal corporate soft power, and listing a number of complaints and criticisms against the recent business decisions made by Hanami Robotics. Most notably, an announcement made on their last earnings call that they
I'm sorry, Blinn.
If you need to tag out, say the word, brother.
Oh no.
Blinn, are you okay?
Are you?
I think he's drinking. Yeah,
Okay.
he just downs some.
Gotta rehydrate, brother. Be safe.
I immediately lost track of where I was.
You were right. Announcement made on that last earnings call.
Yeah. And the thing would begin moving manufacturing jobs offshore. And while the decision landed Hanami in some controversy at the time, and their stock prices steadily increased in the days after, reflecting optimism against the shareholders that Hanami's lucrative product lines of mostly heavy construction robots would no longer be strictly tied to national politics. When the arrest was first made, no clear connection between the individual and Hanami was apparent. But Hanami's CFO has since been seen speaking at an investors' conference and at a hotel within 50 kilometers of the suspect's residence, suggesting a possible target. The takeaway here is that terrorist acts like this one are easily caught, easily prevented, and there is no standing risk to the public, said lead investigator Kennings in his official statement to the press. To any dissident out there who's thinking that they're the next Heartbreak just because you bought a gun, you'll be caught, and you'll be prosecuted, and your hero won't be far behind. Update. And Hanami Robotics has yet to respond to requests for comment, but their official social media accounts have released their simultaneous statements denouncing in the strongest terms the rising violence and thanking investigators for their swift and decisive action. We have also learned that that a select portion of shareholders have received messages clarifying Hanami's global market strategy and reaffirming their commitment to their workers as well as their customers and shareholders. Whether this is an indication of a reversal of their decision to relocate a manufacturing job overseas.
Like what you're reading? Does it change how you feel about Hanami Robotics? What if you could have access to stories like this hours or even days before the rest of the public? With a Premier account, you'll have access to all our updates in the business world as soon as they hit our desk. Remember, that's not insider trading, that's Forerunner trading. God. I love it being like, hey, Blinn, you haven't been able to voice anything of it. You want to read something that's totally not going to be a wall of text? The text is a wall.
You know these articles are a wall.
They're
They're
always
always
a
a wall.
Thank you, Blinn. I'm sorry, you're my strongest soldier.
I was totally ready for it, but then I just like kept losing myself and just tripping over
You
myself.
did your best. I'm very proud of you.
Morgan has feelings, and they're very strong.
I did not just nothing, girl.
Seems like heartbreak isn't going away, no matter what happened to the original.
So it seemed.
You cannot escape this mess you've made, Morgan. Congratulations.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Because also, like, you think of like things like Ace Attorney or whatever with like its overriding narrative, which at least in Ace Attorney 1 there's not really. The overriding narrative is kind of Maya having to like get better at like her channeling thing. There's not really a through line in Ace Attorney 1 too much. It's just getting us out to the characters. I imagine there's more of a through line in later games, probably, maybe. But in this, it's like, oh yeah, there's a through line. It is, oh, Morgan, the little thing that you thought would just be a one-time thing, you keep killing, so it's not a one-time thing, and it keeps, the one-time thing is continuing to be remembered. Have fun with that. It hopefully won't blow up in your face eventually, maybe.
So this is where they found Creek's body.
He was the only one who didn't die instantly. If anyone had a chance to use a silent alarm... No, he must have been paralyzed in between the time he was shot and his actual expiration.
They weren't paralyzed.
What do you mean?
If they had been paralyzed, Yumi would have noted that on her autopsy.
That's true. But he just sat there limp the whole time. Didn't even try to move. He was playing dead, letting me think he couldn't move so I wouldn't notice his. Was anything found in his hands? Anything at all?
It doesn't seem like it. They weren't holding something by the time their body got to the morgue.
If he had been holding something but dropped it when he died, help me look.
For what?
Anything small enough to fit in the palm of your hands. Hang on. What's this? What was that? Did you just jump?
I was merely surprised by that sound, Adonai.
What sound? I just brushed against this. This little toy thing. You can hear it?
I can, and it is not exactly pleasant on the ears.
Could any android hear it? Or is this some special feature David gave you?
I'd imagine any android or robot or electronic device with modern features could pick up this tone.
Maybe I should close the window before I test it anymore and stop torturing all the dogs in the neighborhood.
Closing the window would not matter.
It's soundproofed, though.
But the specific frequency of this tone is not in your audible spectrum to begin with.
Right.
But do you really think Creek was toying that nuisance maker in their final moments?
They would be if they knew somebody would have access to it. Whistle of unusual make discovered not far from where Creek's body was found. Capable of being picked.
Shout out to Sarah for being the first character to actually acknowledge Creek's any all pronoun choices.
Right, yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. Inclusive as hell.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it's interesting that Morgan's just going by he, him, but Sarah's like, no, his pronouns are their pronouns are absolutely any.
Uses he, him. It's crazy.
Just keep switching pronouns
Their
like
pronouns
every
are
time.
any. Oh!
I'm just thinking about that stupid fucking Tumblr post that was like, if Seinfeld was written in a modern era, it was like, I told him any all pronouns and he chose he, the most boring option. God, it's so fucking stupid.
That about wraps it up in here. So, okay, hold on. I suppose the main thing would be if Chopin had any sort of augments or anything, right? That'd be the thing if he had like a special hearing aid or something, because it's something that Huey did not register. And I feel like if it was something on the console, like on their like
Chopin's modded as is, isn't he? If you like pull up his profile.
it doesn't say anything, right?
Shit.
But also
Okay,
like
no, it does.
I
that's
feel like I'm blanking on her name. The medical doctor. What?
Sato. Yeah?
Sato.
Sato.
Did she say something when she was going over everyone's like autopsy about him having like police standard mods or something?
Something among those lines.
Maybe.
Because like he has some basic mod because that's what triggered the whole. He has some. There's a thing that sends out the 10999. That,
right,
like, detects
right.
his heart rate. So there's at
That's
least that
true.
level of mod somewhere in there.
I have
But-
to assume he has some modification that and like that is planned to be able to communicate with Craig. That about wraps it up in here. Miss Han, since Cyanus is technically in charge of securing the crime scene, what should we do with this?
Do with what?
Adonite, please refrain from pressing that button any more than necessary.
Sorry, Sarah. I can see you don't like it. But Miss Han's phone doesn't seem to like it either.
It's just Han. And I don't know what you're talking about. I get messages all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say she's about to do it again. She-
Han, Mom, if you can please just
Mom?
admit it so she stops pressing that.
Ma'am, sorry. Ma'am.
Sarah's stressed out. She can mispronounce words. Fine, whatever. Yes, you found one of our alarms.
Pretty clever system.
Not really. It's just an app. Set
Ah,
the frequency and get a notif on the app if it picks it up.
the range.
Couple kilometers.
Thanks for clearing that up. Well, I have you here, though. Exactly how fast did you show up to the scene of the crime?
Pardon?
This is a blue blood neighborhood. Do you really expect people to believe the cops lumbered their way here faster than any of you could?
What exactly are you trying to say? Yeah, I'm tuned into that frequency. But I'm tuned into a lot of frequencies. It's a good way of communicating without the Megs or the pigs listening in.
So you didn't get this alarm the night of the incident.
Didn't even know it went off that night. You got proof it did?
Can you explain how else Officer Chopin could have gone here?
Nah, not my job to either.
Is it your job to come to a fellow Blue Blood's aid when they're desperately calling for help?
I didn't know Creek like that.
I didn't say Creek was the one who had this.
I saw where you were poking around, and they're the head of the pod. I assumed. Creek's a stranger to me.
Even though you're both young bloods?
Well,
I'm guessing that's what the tattoo means. Neither of you make much effort to hide it.
It is plainly visible, even in their autopsy photos.
you have no idea what this ink means.
Would you tell us what it means?
Blood bag.
What?
The old guard use you as donors.
Gangsters live a life of drugs, smoking, drinking, and back alley mods. They end up with livers and kidneys that look like charred steak. Who could have guessed? Got no children because the Icaria killed them all. Can't get on the donor list because they're geriatric, reveled crime lords.
Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And Han is also O negative, isn't she? Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
And that's the universal donor, right?
I was about to ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wait, what was the exercises by? Right. My goodness.
So, what do they do? Hey, kid, wanna be a gangster? Let me see if you got what it takes.
Are both O negative and O positive universal donors? Or is it just one or the other? Because Emma's O positive.
O negative is the universal donor. O positive can go to most blood types.
Okay, gotcha.
Hold still while I prick your finger. They tattooed our torsos, because even if you mod off all 4 limbs, you still pump clean plasma. Every drop an indicator of quality. I'm a universal donor, so I've got 3. AAA graded. Just like meat.
And Creek.
Save it for the trial, lady.
Are we done here, you think?
Not quite. This is fucked.
Yeah, that's Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, we just keep getting more and more fucked with everything going on here. Emma's argument is that Sosuke didn't escape from here. He was brought out into the other room to be questioned, and then he broke free. I know that's not true. Sosuke would have been stuck here until the police arrived if I hadn't handed him the magus to, well, frame him. And the knife, also to frame him, but secondarily so that he could cut himself free from his bindings. Hi, buddy.
Those bloody rags there.
Remember what Sosuke told us when we first met? That he was bound in here the whole time until his bad Samaritan came along.
And gave him a knife.
Now we know what knife he was talking about. And now, I want to know whose blood this is.
The blood on the bindings, it would have to belong to Sosuke, wouldn't it? All the other bodily fluids in this room do.
Probably. But I need to know. Oh, thank you for the resubscription, Yobis. Man, Morgan. Oh.
Put it in your
Even
mouth.
I didn't
Put it
realize
in
the
your
first
mouth.
time.
Oh.
Aw.
You've already done it
God.
once. One more time.
One more time will surely make me sick. Please, Adonai, let us ask one of the Cyanus employees on standby to analyze it. They have a record for very fast turnaround on DNA tests, I promise. I could show you customer reviews.
That's right. Cyanus does DNA testing.
Typically paternity tests as part of their private investigative services. But they have been assisting the police with DNA analysis around the scene.
Oh.
That,
Some of the DNA records may not actually be fully accurate then.
yeah, that's not.
I mean, Sato did also give us some of the information, but we don't know if everything's fully accurate.
I've flagged the bindings to be analyzed.
Wait.
I have already made the request, Adonai. If you insist on making me test the bindings myself now, you will only be upsetting my stomach to satisfy your own impatience.
Fine. But I'm gonna cite this incident the next time we discuss a raise. Morgan. Oh boy. That is... Yep, that is adding in some character for Morgan. Really is a shithole in here, though. Huh.
Bullying my robot for fun.
I agree with your sentiment, if not your choice of words. It feels like a cruel place. What is it? Was there something we missed here, Adonai?
No. None here.
Hmm?
The windows. They were closed when Creek was shot. Still closed when Chopin and Rogers arrived on site. But they were open by the time Rogers got to this room. I used that contradiction to argue for the presence of a third party.
Because someone must have opened them. To go down the fire escape.
And then what?
They must have dropped down to the alley and ran away, right?
Yeah, that's one option.
What's the other?
Would it kill them to do some sweeping around here? I guess that would be contaminating the crime scene at this point. But then what the hell do all these cops and cyanus chumps actually do? Lean on the walls and screw around on their phones?
I think you're being a bit harsh in your assessment. But you aren't alone in your criticism.
I love that Sarah's just like, don't like your wording of things, but also I agree with the spirit.
Detective Reyes had much to say about how Cyanus employees were not wearing gloves and...
Knocking over trash.
Mhm.
If they had picked up trash, that'd be removing evidence. The arcs would light up. Adding trash, though.
Adonai.
Help me look through this.
Garbage. Again. Already.
Just start looking.
If any of it requires DNA analysis.
Wait, there. Red.
I don't smell any blood.
Not blood. Ink.
A torn page of the Reading documents. With what looks like a shoe print on it. Shall we try to match it to samples?
Good luck. Cops and security types all wear the same kinds of boots. On top of which, 99 out of 100 shoes in the city are made by the same two mags.
But if the print isn't useful, that just leaves the actual text, and that...
Looks like the letters were all run through the wash a couple dozen too many times.
Well, it isn't particularly informative. And I don't understand exactly how this clue fits into everything else we've seen. But doesn't this seem important?
Interesting. I didn't even actually fully read that. I probably should have read that really quick. Scrap of paper. Common type of boot print left on it. Covers the room directly below the crime scene. Missed or disregarded by previous sweeps. Having been exposed to natural humidity. Already illegible.
Oh.
A watermark remains visible in the corner.
Yup, it sure does, and that's cyanus.
Yeah. Hmm.
How could it have been lying here, neglected this whole time?
Nah, princess. I'll have to call you right back. Of course, wouldn't dream of it. Come on. You know me. What'd you find there? More dead man's garbage? Keep it up and you girls are gonna make me look bad.
Happy to be of assistance. So would you like to add this to the arcs, or should I?
Well, seems like you've got momentum going, so... Please don't let me get in your way.
You don't wear gloves on the job, Miss Han?
It's just Han. But you already know that. You probably also know that they don't really make them in my size.
So if we found your fingerprints in here, on those windows, or even upstairs?
Oh man, I'd be pretty embarrassed. We almost always get rated 5 stars. So, did you need me to walk you out?
I'll be fine, thanks.
Suit yourself. Just be careful you don't get lost. Sun will be going down soon. It can be hard to find your way back in the dark.
Yeah, okay. This idea is starting to look like a pretty safe bet.
Your theory that the Chopin was
Chopin.
assassinated as an attack on the old guard. Sorry, I was thinking about the music. But how can we confirm it? We still haven't met anyone from the old guard. Though, even if we had, it occurs to me that they would be reluctant to speak with Sosuke Ikaria's legal team.
Don't be so pessimistic. The enemy of my enemy is usually willing to at least talk. And talk is where I do all my best work.
Where do we look then?
You still got the address boss gave us? I do not. I think Han is involved. I do not think that she's. I don't really buy her being fully involved, if that makes sense.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm not. She could have killed Chopin. I'm not sure. I feel it's too easy for her to be. I feel it's too easy, if that makes sense. I feel she's a red herring. I feel it's way too easy for her to be the potential third party. At the same, I don't know. I feel it's too easy for that to be the case.
I think it's gonna come down to how close she and Creek actually were. Because, like, if she walked in on the scene of a distress signal, saw Creek and crew dead, and then saw Chopin, there's every possibility this was a revenge thing. But
Potentially, yeah. Unsure. Blue blood territory. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Random line.
hey there, tall, red, and mysterious.
Fine.
I can
Ladies,
feel. I was gonna
please
say I
come in.
could feel
Jack.
Blinn
Let me
revving
guide
up.
you to the booth.
I could feel Blinn revving up to take it.
Yeah, I was
Local host.
revving up.
Should we take a seat for now?
With taste as expensive as yours. If you get near a menu, these people will drain my checking account and overpriced champagne faster than I can blink. Not fucking wrong, actually. That's very funny. It's like, you unfortunately have the most spoiled taste I could ever meet because you were raised by David Asher, who had infinite money on his hands.
She ate foie gras all the time.
Oh, champagne.
As much as you'd like.
This is gonna derail fast if I don't find a way to shut it down. A surefire way to get exactly the right kind of attention and douse their salesmanship in one go. I'll need to go with that.
Blink, blink.
Fuck.
You got it.
Come on.
Yeah. and please don't frown. The smile would suit your pretty face much.
I need to speak with your manager. I did not give that the line read I could have done. Shoot. Oh well.
Well, you can always redo it.
You can do it again.
No, it's fine.
What happened? they're all walking away. No, my jinkies.
Hey, Mama. Yeah. Uh-huh. There's some kind of, I don't know, accountant or whatever here to talk to you.
The voice on the other end of his earpiece grumbles a response. A cranky one, judging by his reaction.
Mama will be out in a second. You're expected to buy something in the meantime.
You got tap water?
You don't want to drink the tap water in this district.
Soda water?
It's all overpriced, lady. Might as well get something you'll enjoy.
I thought my first visit to a host club would be more celebratory than this.
How much thought have you given the subject?
Why are you thinking about this girl?
Why are you thinking about this? Ray, I'll order something after reading all of the random data tablets left around your business. What kind of light reading gets tossed around a club like this? Probably something along the lines of, I spent every night at a host club for 1 year. Here's what the staff taught me about emotional workloads in corporate settings. Oh, wait, this actually looks somewhat interesting. Fungus stymies bamboo stokes unrest. Less than ideal rainfall patterns, met with greater than usual saltwater flooding, had already left many of the tropically centered macro farms that produce most of the world's bamboo struggling to meet demands. Now, with increasingly widespread reports of fungal infections, tensions are beginning to rise in the region as its large migrant worker population is faced with the possibility of one of the worst quarters on record. Bamboo is a highly versatile crop cultivated successfully through thousands of years and on all 7 continents, if one counts the agricultural science labs on the Antarctic Peninsula. But in recent decades, advances in agricultural genetics and greater restrictions on the lumber industry's woodcutting activity have led to bamboo becoming a premier organic manufacturing and construction material for much of the world, specifically in impoverished regions that often lack the machinery required to process advanced synthetic equivalents. The hardy plant can grow in a wide variety of environments and humidity levels, and has even been considered an aggressive invasive species at times. But modern genetically modified monocultures are tailored to grow specifically in a small number of tropic and subtropic biomes, intended to provide a stable cash crop for regions that have historically struggled to farm soy, sugar, or wheat. But it's a delicate balancing act between tuning a cultivar to a target environment and rendering it unviable in the wild. And years like this one can put that vulnerability on full display. The fungus practically chews through the grows. You can see it growing with the naked eye, said one worker, who requested anonymity due to concerns over their citizenship status. The company tells us just to burn it all, but it's too damp for anything to catch fire. Bamboo is hard to burn, so they want us using this incendiary stuff, and they won't pay for us to have masks. Data on the efficacy of burn pits in combating the spread of the fungus is limited. Fuck. I accidentally clicked a right click.
Damn, girl, just shoot yourself in the foot, why don't you?
I accidentally clicked right click because my finger was on it. Wow. Risk of inhalation among personnel is low, and masks are an unnecessary measure. Some of the migrant worker population, however, is arguing that the hesitancy to provide masks is more politically motivated. Plotter's rebellion was decades ago, but the gas mask is still a powerful symbol even today. Back then, workers went on strike because the conditions growing mushrooms in the fungal plots were so unbearable. Now this fungus is cutting into profits again. You've got a lot of workers dependent on the industry, a lot of young people who could easily be out of work. I'd be surprised if they weren't getting nervous. It is true that the region is home to a disproportionately young population, as many international trade schools have flocked to tropical climates in an attempt to attract students with promises of low cost of living and vacation-like idyllic conditions. And though education lies firmly in the realm of corporate authority, government officials are also keenly aware of the risks and challenges associated with such a large student population. Ramsay syndrome remains a serious concern among... We're having difficulty authenticating your identity. Can you provide some basic info so we can get this webpage displaying properly for you? God. Wait. Huh. The way that that's a really cool piece of world building where it's like, hey, we're going to be facing a forest problem eventually where we cannot be harvesting wood forever, especially with how bad we are currently at planting trees. What's the next best alternative? This is a really cool, like, world building thought to think of, right? Being like, oh yeah, bamboo would probably be pretty effective. That's a really interesting thought to have from a world building perspective. Not the reading material I expected to find here. But judging from the article, the Megs are getting concerned about growing unrest, yeah. The fungus is a problem, sure, but they've engineered their crops around problems like it 100 times before. Easier to update the monoculture genetics than your entire global economic model. The Megs are probably more concerned about all the young people getting agitated about their job security. The warmer the waters, the bigger the storms they brew. But yeah, that's such a cool piece of world building. Bad enough that I'm walking into the lion's den here. Stepping even farther into blue blood territory to defend an Icaria assassin. Do we really have to wait for this shoe to drop in a place this sleazy, too?
Are you perhaps not enjoying yourself, Adonai?
You're getting better at picking up on that.
You're frowning quite openly. Are we in danger of getting arrested here?
There's nothing illegal about a host club.
I can read if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead.
A host or hostess club is a type of nightclub in which staff cater to clientele with attention, conversation, company, and flirtatious behavior. The talent, hosts or hostesses, make most of their wages through what is essentially a commission on the sale of drinks, food, or other services by the club. While host clubs and their associated culture were, internationally, fairly niche during the 20th century and saw a large decline in popularity for the first half of the 21st century, they have undergone somewhat of a renaissance in the last 20 or 30 years. Shifting cultural norms about parasociality, online dating, and work-life harmony may have contributed to this phenomena. Some sociologists have observed that host clubs have developed a new reputation as a kind of social gym, where young adults can exercise their social skills in a low-risk environment. Others argue that increases in average work hours have pushed single individuals away from traditional drinking culture and long-term dating. And for employees of multinational corporations who maintain running, discrete tabs at select establishments, attendance may be seen as an advisable or even mandatory step in acquiring and maintaining relationships with their superiors. Despite the global trend of the decriminalization of sex work, host clubs have remained a distinct industry. That said, it is hardly uncommon for staff at one establishment or the other to switch sides. Users also frequently search for how to build confidence, how to know if the hostess really likes you. Courtesan versus hostess, who would win?
Courtesan versus hostess, who would win?
How to know if the
looking
hostess
this up?
how to know if the hostess really likes you. I was like, yep. I have to wonder what this team is reading, or if one of them has like a sociology degree or something, because I'm like thinking about this stuff on multiple layers of, okay, where would the world possibly be in the next 30 to 40 years? They're tackling it from, not 50 years really, they're tackling it from such an interesting degree of like, okay, how does society change after getting over whatever the fuck time period we're in currently? It's such an interesting point of view to be taking. It's really cool. It's really cool to be thinking what's going through their team's head. I'm like, okay, decriminalization of sex work? Hell yeah, fucking good, amazing. Having host clubs suddenly become popular again because it's like, okay, we need a proper outlet for people to build their social skills when everything is online. I'm like, that would make sense that eventually tech becoming so pervasive would bounce back to being like, okay, we need an actual in-person thing. Like, it's such a cool fact to like be thinking about in your world building. It's like be thinking of like, okay, no, how does this actually work in a future setting, right? It's so interesting. There's nothing illegal about a host club.
Sorry, my dog's barking at me.
All good.
So, are you just uncomfortable then?
Unamused.
God.
Mark.
Help me. She wants a treat. I ate, which means she gets a snack also.
How dare you not share the food? Share it around.
Well, she can't have noodles with garlic on them. She'll
And you didn't
explode.
think to give me any?
You're
What?
in Maine!
So?
Get
you
back
not care about me?
Come over, dickhead.
Alright, I will. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
Have you ever been to an establishment like this before?
No.
Not even when you were apprenticing. I just completely fucked up that one.
There may have been certain work parties where attendance was strongly encouraged, but I'd never set foot within a kilometer of a place like this otherwise.
I suppose if you have a hard spending limit, there's only so much you can enjoy.
And it's not a matter of cost. It's a matter of taste.
Surely everyone enjoys being paid attention. No, it's flattering.
Not everyone takes to being complimented.
I see. So you respond more to being challenged.
What do you think?
Perhaps not.
I mean, Morgan, is she wrong?
One of the posters did have a Catboy on it. This is true.
The posters had a Catboy on it?
I don't think
Yeah.
in this scene, I think when you were talking about it last with, back at Kintsugi, and,
Yeah.
there was a brief moment where they pulled up some host club posters. I think there was a Catboy.
Oh, right.
Catboy. Catboys are canon, question marks. Catboy's turn.
Fuck.
You know that'd be a fucking
Where?
We're in a
Dude,
time
my
of cybernetic
Catboy
modifications.
HRT is real.
We're in a time of cybernetic modifications. I refuse to
Somebody's
believe.
had to figure it out.
I
how to be a cat
refuse
girl.
to believe that catgirl modifications aren't in existence somewhere.
Just get you
Yep.
some robotic mods. Install them yourself.
Get a tail, get some
Catboy
ears and shit.
install.
Downloading my Catboy fucking software, dude.
Oh, my cat software has
Look,
a firmware update.
We're gonna
give
make
it
we're gonna make a fucking bingo sheet for the next episodes going forward, and one of them will definitely be Catboy or
Best be
Cat
Catboy.
Girl.
Yeah.
Catboy software update.
Twink.
Real. Twink.
Well. Anyway.
Do you think they were being literal when they said you were expected to make a purchase?
Probably. Doesn't mean I'll oblige them. Though it's not like spending money here will make them less likely to cooperate.
I would offer some suggestions based on customer reviews and price points, but for some reason, I don't see prices listed on any of the items in their menu. Was a mistake made when formatting the data?
No, Sarah, this was very intentional.
I really hate this place. Yeah, so they charge you what they feel like.
Yeah.
Go big or go home?
I feel like Morgan's more of a champagne girl than a wine girl. I may be a wine girl, but
I mean, speaking of it on more of like a strategic level, if we're trying to get in these people's good
Sure.
graces, you spend big money.
oh, what the hell? Hey, Palm Dorinon? I can't fucking.
Sure.
We're at a
Dorinon?
tower, for all I care. Suddenly, as if I uttered a magic phrase or a sleeper cell kill switch, all the eyes of the staff around the room dart to me. With a jolt of energy, the bartender jumps up to ring a bell above the counter.
Palm Day Tower!
The staff begin with an unsettling chipper chants. Tower, tower, tower. I'm not sure Sarah's eyes can get, I'm not sure Sarah's eyes can get any wider. God.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's take a commemorative photo, madam. Where would you like to sit? Who's the smallest spender in here?
Oh, what? Well,
I mean, we don't really
I-
keep track of that sort of. His eyes wandered, losing light all the while until he settled into a glassy-eyed, pitying stare at an overworked-looking young man at a small table, adjusting his tie while the girl next to him makes no effort to hide her boredom. Send it over to him. King for a day. With the same nervous smile he'd used to shake hands with a suicide bomber, the bartender redirects the oncoming parade towards my designated lucky loser. He looks terrified. Money well spent.
Morgan! I'm here to cause problems on purpose. Just for fun.
You just gave the tower away.
I've got shit to do. I can't drink all of that.
Could have perhaps helped.
No.
My fucking delivery of that.
But even
was-
so, after you paid all that money just to pass it along to some stranger, are you some kind of saint?
Oh, I'm not paying for that. Makoto's getting this bill.
You're a
Oh my
client.
god! File it under investigative expenses. What the fuck?
That is not exactly inaccurate, but
What the fuck?
Listen, if it gets the job done, I'll make the small child pay for it. Whatever.
I'm gonna make the Yakuza pay for this.
Also, just the fucking impromptu.
God.
Just the impromptu. Who's the lucky person that ordered our big event thing?
Oh, give it to the small man back there who looks scared and nervous to be here. Make him the center of attention, please.
Give him the anxiety attack.
God, the fucking word choice of, like, with the same smile he'd use to shake hands with a suicide bomber is crazy.
That one was fucking crazy.
That's some imagery.
Both Morgan and Emma just having really odd specific imagery.
We know what we're saying. We don't need anyone else to know what we're saying.
What's he gonna do? Kill me?
Given his position in the house and his age, it would have been more likely that he'd have you killed.
What the fuck?
Mama on deck!
The big cheese.
What
Where did I learn to say that?
He's
Gabe?
watched so many mob
Gabe.
movies.
Sarah has
Ah,
watched
fuck, yeah, never
so
mind.
many old classical mob movies.
That's
Sarah
what
would
she
love
would
The
have wanted.
Godfather, I think.
I think Sarah would canonically have watched The Godfather. I
She's
refuse to
probably
believe
already
otherwise. What exactly are you expecting?
With a title like Mama, I would expect a stern but fair, nurturing figure who...
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah.
This is awesome. This is character design.
So who's taking this?
I know I jokingly said last time that all the new characters who show up have to be Blinn now because Blinn doesn't have enough voices, but like... If anyone wants it, take it. I'm going to take myself off the list of people who will take new characters that are reoccurring. I have too many, I think.
Blinn, would you like
I don't
to?
know if I have the strength.
I guess I have to. I have to
You don't
rev
have
up a
to. We can hold a gun to Rin's head if we need.
We can make
Or
this a
you
radio
could
show.
put a gun to my head and I'll do it anyway. I'm making sure I give everyone else a chance first. I take too many people in these games.
It's mainly because like we get some characters that I'm just like, this is a character that has M's type of energy compared to the rest of us, and like this game, End Circle really just does deliver up characters that have your energy and range to hit. I'm just like,
It's true.
yep, that is a character.
This is true. So yeah, take it if you want it, Blinn, but if don't, just say the word.
I don't think I have the strength.
Alright, looks
Okay.
I do not think that this character has any chance of showing up in trial.
Yeah,
In trial,
no,
no, it's just the next several minutes
It's like
I'm
a
gonna have to
one-off.
figure this out real fast.
Yeah, that's exactly my problem. It's just like I'd have to come up with
I'm
something
already a
so
major
fucking
character.
fast.
What the
I don't-
hell do you want?
Is that the kind of treatment one should expect at this establishment after purchasing a champagne tower?
That was you? Well, shit. You clearly need information a lot more than I thought. The Icaria must be giving you the mushroom treatment. Keep 'em in the dark.
And feed them shit. Yes, I've heard all the lawyer jokes. Now, can we talk? Or should I get on the phone and claim that my credit card's been stolen?
You bought a champagne tower. We can talk all goddamn night if you want.
Introductions, then. I'm...
Morgan, Esquire, criminal defense attorney representing Sosuke Icaria. With a glowing green toaster as your +1.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Miss...
Kim, Hana, small business owner.
March 26th. I led a small business owner, likes persimmon, handbags, joint cracking. Dislikes part-timers, binge watchers, ad vandalism. Can slice an onion paper thin in 11 seconds. Yeah, I believe it. Relaxes by shooting clay pigeons. Motto, promote from within.
I like shooting skeet. What can I say?
And a person who is absolutely not going to tell Sarah her weight.
I feel like 80% of the women in this game refuse to tell Sarah their weight, and that's
Meanwhile-
100% fine.
Meanwhile, there's 80.
Well, yeah, she's just a robot. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's made of pure titanium or whatever the fuck.
And one of the more influential members of the Blue Blood Old Guard. I take it.
The Old Guard are the only blue bloods that have any influence at all. First gens and young bloods should count themselves lucky to be middle management.
Should you really be calling them Youngbloods?
Oh, now the neon robot is gonna preach to all of us about political correctness.
Really, madam?
I know PC. My gen invented PC. We've got PC coming out of our ears.
Oh my god.
So I mean it when I say young blood is a term of endearment. You kids would not have survived my days on Tumblr.
Well then, I won't hesitate to use it.
To their face? Better not. They'd knock your teeth out.
How about a trade, Miss Kim?
Mrs. You're talking to a widow. One who doesn't need anything from you. Not the best position to start bargaining from.
We're trading information. If you think I can't give you anything, you're not thinking very hard.
Oh yeah? What do you think you got?
Something I can tell her that she doesn't already know. Bresson was...
The shooter.
Right. Little Lord ID. She absolutely already knows this, right? Like,
Does she?
would have assumed. Well,
Wait.
remember that we did go over the fact that like they sent Bresson in assuming that he would die, right?
He would die.
Someone
yeah.
sent Bresson in.
Like, we got to think of this as like would be good bait.
Right, and this is probably the best bait that we have.
But that's not real information,
It's not.
No,
as
it's
far as
not.
you know.
This
Like, you have a theory. You don't know anything for certain on that.
this meanwhile, I'm assuming would be the line
Like-
of it might Creek's killer might have been a cop or a blue blood. Right? Might have been Han.
I'm thinking about it from like two of these things you have theories and hypotheticals about. One
Yeah.
of these things you have solid facts about.
Right.
And maybe that's the wrong angle to come at it from, but that's the angle I would approach it from. It's like two of these things you're like, oh, I can give you information, and then you're making guesses. Whereas one of these things is like, I can give you information. Here's a solid piece of information. I
Yeah.
know that has not leaked to the press.
This
yet
has not
because
been
we're
leaked
in
yet. Yeah, that is
lockdown.
correct. Yeah. But like,
So
yeah,
Like
to
two, yeah, like two of these are theories. One is genuine piece
For sure.
and information.
I can tell you what happened at the courthouse today.
if something worth knowing had happened, it'd be in the news by now.
There is currently a blackout on the media coverage of today's events.
Fuck, that's right.
There's always leaks.
Finding one will take time. I can give you a first-hand account right now. Yep, okay.
Let's hear it. And besides, even if it was like she knew
insult.
that Preston was sent in there to die, she wouldn't know exactly what happened. play
Exactly,
by play.
because of the media blackout. Even if there was a
Yeah.
leak.
Preston. What a goddamn idiot. Completely useless.
He did manage to infiltrate an entire courtroom full of police officers, even knowing that he wouldn't make it out alive.
And he still failed to hit the easiest shot of his life. But Preston's just an incompetent addict. The useless idiot is the one who sent him there.
Not you, I take it.
Old Guard sounds like it moves slow and wide, but we've got our fair share of hot-headed dumbasses, too.
Impatience, hot-headed dumbasses.
Time is money.
My turn to ask a question. Money. Is that why you've been going after Makoto? Trying to drum up a king's ransom because you can't go to war without a war chest?
Who says we're at war? Who says we're in any rush? Our plans are measured in decades, you little shit.
No. Hi. Yeah, no, I did not want to have to voice this with myself, because I'm like, now with
No,
this
fair
energy.
and valid.
Yeah. No, time isn't on your side right now. Right now, more than anything, you need money.
Says who? You.
Says the headlines. Time's running out before you miss the bus on. Hi, Blitzen. No, Nirvana, right? Because
Yeah, because
Nirvana has
Yeah.
they're
to.
making
exactly.
that legal.
Yep. Nirvana. Everyone in the capital knows it'll be legalized before the end of the year.
Party drug. Dumb money.
Yes, dumb money. Best kind of money there is, and you could rake it in by the truckload. If you had the starting capital to build the dispensary network beforehand. As things stand, the Grey Wave is going to roll you hard work up in a ball and hand it off gently to the Megs and the Ikaria. You've been losing this game to them for 3 decades straight, but I can see you still haven't gotten used to it.
Course not. Who the hell just roll over for those upstart bootlicking?
Man, I really fucking love how much this game, like, encourages you to have media literacy. And, like, be really thinking about what you're dealing with.
That goddamn fox smirking behind his perfumed incenses and painted screens and sheets of gold leaf. Should have cut out his eyes when I had the chance.
I'm acquainted with the hounds. Who is the fox?
Should we conduct a survey of all the IFG's members' back tattoos?
The fox, the kitsune, goddamn Daisuke Ikaria, of course.
The family's patriarch. Haven't had the chance to meet him in person.
Knew there had to be a reason an Ikaria lawyer didn't already stink of cigar smoke.
Adonai does smoke, despite my repeated warnings about the health hazards. Have you had your olfactory checkup lately? Loss of smell can be the first sign of...
I don't stink. That's a takeaway. Now admit it. You want to capture Makoto Ikaria so you can afford to ride Nirvana to legitimacy.
I don't want to capture Makoto Ikaria. You know our history.
In brief.
So what part of that summary made you think that if I had the chance to end the Ikaria line, I wouldn't take it immediately?
Were you speaking for yourself or for the whole old guard?
Nah, my turn to ask. Is the Hound gonna make it?
You asking about my legal defense strategy?
His injuries. Any chance he's gonna keel over from an infection after Creek's pod worked him over? Did Bresson somehow manage to nick him?
He is still recovering from the injuries he sustained when captured, but he was not harmed during the incident in the courtroom today.
Yeah, Preston didn't even manage a scratch.
Not a scratch, huh? Did he even manage to get a shot off?
A detective on the scene responded before he could.
Detective?
Yes. Why?
Bah. Not wasting a question on him, of all people.
Speaking of which, the bottle spun back around. Are the Blue Bloods working with the Chopin family to profit off of Proposition 492?
You missed that one. Try another.
What do you mean?
You think Mr. and Mr. Chopin are working hand in hand with us for a little cross-class embezzling? Those rich pricks wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire, and the feeling's mutual.
But they're backing Proposition 492. If you can buy back the land they need before the city knows that it needs it,
The Chopin family aren't your collaborators. They're your marks.
Bingo! Kid gets a prize.
Or they were. The plan's worthless now. That whole courtroom heard me explain how Creek had red ink documents on Proposition 492. Whatever blueprints, whatever land the city had in mind, they'll change all of it.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Don't blame me. Your plan was always fragile. It was destined to collapse the moment that anyone with more pull than a ticketing officer heard that Blue Bloods had eyes on the real estate. Meaning the Blue Bloods would kill to keep those documents from circulating.
Yeah, well, that's just how it goes for Plan Bs.
Plan B.
Now answer me this. What did you see on those red ink docs that tipped our hand about Prop 492?
Well, it was mentioned in abbreviation, if not in name. P492. That was a pretty big giveaway.
You must have had more to go on than that. Names, diagrams.
I saw Councilman Long's name on there.
long, sloppy bastard.
Wait, you didn't know what was on those papers. Not exactly. You didn't know where Prop 492 leaked from.
What are you saying? It leaked from that brat creek, obviously.
Red ink means it was printed off from somewhere you trust, in a place run by people you trusted. And it doesn't sound like you trusted Creek.
Are these your questions? Because they're terrible. And pointless. Blondie's already dead.
So Chopin wasn't in on the plan. What possibilities are left then? Might as well try asking while I have the chance. My client overheard something interesting during his captivity. Talk of the Blue Bloods bringing in a huntsman.
Fake. And you don't even know what that means.
Hmm.
Your client heard wrong, and you're a fool for believing him without any proof.
Sorry, guess he misheard. He must have also misheard that you brought a no mask into the city. Morgan, we are playing a dangerous game here.
Oh, you should not be saying this.
Did Sosuke mention that?
It's called the bluff, Sarah. Yeah, he must have been delirious. After all, if there had been a no mask at the crime scene, it would have turned up during the police investigation.
Huntsman. Ridiculous. Maybe he's real, maybe he's fake, maybe he's already behind you. Phantoms like that get their power from uncertainty. If I answered your question at all, that'd be your answer.
Schrodinger's box is already open, though, and the mask isn't there anymore. If it's not in the hands of the huntsman, then who has it?
A dead man. Who just doesn't know it yet. Final round.
But what if you still want to ask?
Our house, my rules. Who hired you?
Why would she spend her final question on that? Technically, all of these are true. Makoto hired her. House Ikaria did hire her. But she also doesn't know directly who recommended her to be hired, right?
Right. It was like Makoto requested her and she was like, how did you get my name? How did you know to come looking for me? And Makoto did not answer that question in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, I kinda wanna go by this.
Say what's in your heart, girl. Chase your dreams.
I don't know.
Knew it.
Yet you had to ask. Apparently, someone recommended me to Makoto.
Well, however it started, the Ikaria have their leeches on you now, girl. If I were you, I'd find out where they latched on and pry them off before they bleed you dry.
I'm basically just doing them a favor. I doubt we'll have any farther transactions.
Try telling them that.
Well, you would be the expert on blood-sucking.
Careful, girl.
Come to think of it, I have one last question myself.
That ain't the deal.
Then it can be rhetorical. What are you going to do? You lost all your heirs during the fall of the leaves.
Didn't I?
You're reviled by the International Blue Bloods for locking your treasure behind GFA you can't crack. Now all the old guard need transplants and transfusions from the first and second gens just to stay alive. I know they won't be glad to keep that up forever. Eventually you, all of you, will die. Will you rest in peace knowing everything you ever managed to build will be laundered at, what, 30%?
40%.
35% just to end up in the hands of some punks you tutored.
What a nice young girl you are, worrying about your elders. Well, don't worry your pretty little head over it, dear sweet granny here. 'Cause she's a mean old bitch in a line of work where anyone stupid dies off young. She and hers are gonna be just fine. Don't forget to close your tab before you go.
Did you get any useful information from your rhetorical question, Adonai?
The question irritated her, but it didn't make her despair. I may have misread this. The old guard have a way forward.
Proposition 492 is no longer an option.
Leaving them with Plan A.
The little lord, but Tariq Chopin is dead.
Yeah, he is. What the fuck? What the Hi, before... What the fuck? Holy shit, we just had pretty much so many lines of thought kind of derailed. What the fuck? What the
Let's take a second to digest what just happened.
What the fuck? Oh, uh-huh. Also, oh my god, bringing up the no mask, Morgan. Evangeline Morgan.
That was not a smart fucking move.
Like,
oh my god.
in front of Sarah especially, right? I feel that was not a smart move in front of Sarah.
He's
but...
not gonna forget that.
Sarah will remember that.
Like, there is every possibility Sarah asks, like, Diamante, like, what the heck is well, she could probably look it up, but still, like, we're really playing a dangerous game here. Oh my god. Also, such a fucking interesting character. That was such an interesting conversation. Huh. Where are we going here? Oh my god.
Have a thought that's itching at the back of my head, but I'm not gonna say shit until we get some more information.
We went in and got way more questions than we already had and lost potential answers we were trying to make. That is crazy. Okay then.
How dare they? After all they put him through down there in that festering hole of a city district, to try and kill Sosuke in the courtroom of all places. The nerve of those blue blood scum.
If we just wait for him to stop, we'll be standing here until morning.
So we should speak up.
I don't know. I'm terrible with children. Listen, just keep nodding, and if he calms down enough to ask a non-rhetorical question, get my attention.
What are you going to do?
Try consulting an expert. What
Oh
if
shit!
what if kids your age like?
I need to remember his the voice. Fuck.
You got this, Blade. I believe in you.
Oh, it's been a minute.
It has.
Not my B-day.
I'm not asking for you.
And I'm not a kid. And so I wouldn't know. If it's for Sarah, I'm not a robot either.
What would someone younger than you like?
I don't know. Even one grade below me. His sense of humor is impenetrable. That's very correct. The other day, the school announced that they're gonna be doing the test prep at every grade level. And the top comment, before it got deleted, was a picture of a fish with boots. What?
You know, no, I understand. Nothing ever changed.
Nothing ever changes.
I have
Nothing
no
changes.
It's the
position
same
with the caption.
shit they've always been.
Same as it's
Was
always
there
been.
text on this image?
I-
Same
I
as
have
it ever
to know.
was.
yeah, wait.
The captain.
And the captain was?
Answering me and frying me in oil for 4 minutes on each side.
This is pretty fucking good. This is pretty good.
I can hear this with the fucking SpongeBob music behind it so vividly in my head.
This is a yeah.
That doing me and frying me in
Discord singer
oil
of
for
it.
4
That
minutes
doing
on
me and
each side.
This is some
I need to see this. I'm begging you.
Has somebody
This is
already
some-
made an image of this? I imagine so.
This is some shit you fucking pay someone to read in a Mr. Krabs impression.
Actually,
Battering me and frying me in oil for 4 minutes on each side.
it's not that impenetrable. It's a very basic non sequitur.
How's this for non sequitur? Go ask someone else.
All you did there was get back on topic.
Why are you even asking?
I've been hired by a youth, and I need to interrupt their temper tantrum.
Well, what do you want me to do from here? Hack them some fork knife bugs? Okay.
Fork knife battle
Oh
pass.
my god.
$20
again.
fork knife card.
Somehow
Who wants
Fork
it?
Knife continues to be alive in the year 2086. Also, Basil has put the sticker into...
I'm looking at it.
God. Fucking damn.
Nothing changes. It all
Nothing
loops back
changes.
around.
Nothing ever changed.
What is that? Would that work?
The double
Also,
question mark on that. What is that? Would that work?
Also, what do you mean a youth hired you? Oh. So then it must be like rich.
Yes.
I'm like the worst to ask me for advice then. What do I know about rich kids?
Your academy is full of them.
Why do you think I do as much of my schoolwork as possible for my dorm?
Don't you at least have a roommate?
No.
Never got assigned one.
Oh my god.
I guess there was some kind of unavoidable computer error on their end.
This is hopeless.
Just hack into the school real quick and unassign me a roommate.
Yeah, that's weird. It must have been an error.
Crazy.
Really crazy.
You're usually good at gift giving and shit.
I need everyone to be also considering the fact that this is all to the background of Makoto still being ranting.
Still ranting.
Yeah, Makoto
Yeah.
is screaming and shouting back there.
Like all rhetorical shit too. Buttering up judges. Bribing court officials. Slipping coins into vices' purses. Viziers.
You have a very antiquated view of what my work entails. Medieval, in fact.
Oh my god!
I heard you put your way. Did you know him?
I heard you passed it. Do you know him?
This kid is so fucking funny.
This fucking team. Holy shit.
Damn, bitch, you old.
Oh my god.
Dude. Oh my god.
Whatever photo that is failed to send.
God damn. I mean, what would you do if they were a rich adult? Flatter them or whatever?
The rich adults are used to people wanting their money. Flattery puts them on guard.
So what's the approach?
You approach them as though you already work for them. Pretend you're a butler. Acting on wordless commands they've given without an original thought in your head. They aren't suspicious of anyone they feel like they already own.
That mostly makes sense. So do that. They probably got more in common with a rich adult than kids their own age. Or, you know. Anyone else with a soul? Unless there's some reason you can't do your iconic butler technique here.
Because I don't want to act subservient to a child.
Sasuke did strain himself slightly when he tried to tackle me to the ground, but that was the extent of it.
Yes, as my ad says, no one was hurt. Well, the attacker was part of an officer-involved shooting, but no one else was hurt.
Oh, well then perhaps we should just forgive all and make peace! Those fools will regret their actions. The anger of the house, once roused, is not easily satisfied.
Shit, I thought there was a lull, but he's ready to start back up again.
As Sun Tzu says.
Oh my god.
If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him.
Well, yes, but...
Please calm yourself, Makoto of House Ikaria. We need to speak with you.
About what?
About Sasuke.
You think he's done something to deserve this?
That's not what I...
There's nothing Sosuke could have done to justify what these blue bloods have put him through.
I assumed as much, but... Makoto has no idea what the Hound of Ikaria was doing up until a year ago, does he?
These questions are foolish. I'll not waste my time.
A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer.
Holy shit. They're
I'm being
communicating.
outquoted. How dare you? Oh god. I don't know how that's pronounced.
Bhagavad?
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad?
Bhagavad
Give it
Gita,
your
yeah.
Give it an honest effort. So
Put the
you can.
Bhagavad Gita all you want, robot girl. It is not impressive for a machine to...
Bruce Lee said that.
Well, he was probably paraphrasing at the time.
Will
Oh
you...
my god, he does this.
Of course she's
Point.
watched Bruce Lee. He's one of the classics.
Oh my
He
God.
doesn't end up with the who's Bruce Lee. He knows.
He knows.
You fucking
he
kid.
knows Bruce Lee.
I, like... Somebody treat Encircle to a fucking feast. Holy shit, they are so well off. Will you help us or not, Makoto?
Holy shit.
Please.
If it's for Sosuke.
Enough.
Oh shit.
Electric
Oh,
blue
shit.
irises flash a deadly glare. The room's shadows seem to extend in his presence, curling and deepening like ink dropped into water.
Is that an e-cig?
I think it is an
That's
e-cig.
an e-cigar, baby.
You're fucking vaping, dickhead.
I mean, he's probably our generation. That checks out.
That's
Yeah.
a gangster.
Chairman. All of you, show some respect, now!
He says it out of practice, without actually looking around the room. One glance would have shown him there was no need to demand respect. Every head was already bowed. This is a man who is used to others not meeting his eyes.
The rest of you, get lost.
Their practiced obedience didn't betray them. They all slipped away into the halls of the complex without so much as a creak on the floorboards. And even so, their anxiety was screaming at me, like a bad tail begging to be taken advantage of. His presence here today was not expected.
No then. Come here, Makoto-tan.
Grandpa!
Yay!
Dude, the phrases.
How are things on the front lines, huh?
Makoto is the heir, so the chairman is his grandfather, of course, but
My little warlord, making his enemies tremble with fear every time he sets foot out the door.
I was not expecting the head of a house of nobility to be so affectionate.
I thought you and Father were still in the capital.
Well, we're here, and we made a lot of powerful people in that city very frustrated while we were at it.
And made a lot of frustrating people very powerful, I'm sure.
I could see in their dumb faces and solemnly nodding when I canceled my meetings. Just to fly home and see my grandson.
Dude, his expression.
It's really good.
Chairman, apologies for the lack of an introduction. This is...
Man who can absolutely murder you 10 ways that you've never heard of before.
This is Cuties.
I know exactly who she is. She's our lawyer. Any good?
She is not entirely incompetent.
I would hope you could say more than that.
And she is also somewhat perceptive, Chairman.
Knows when to keep her mouth shut, clearly. How bad can she be?
Her methods are odd. She came here to ask me about Sosuke for some reason.
Not another word.
Chairman?
Back in the storehouse on the second floor. And there's a cask of sake that I won in the drinking game. It's been 6 years ago now. Would you go and fetch it for your grandfather?
Of course, but...
Well, trick of the trade. One sip and anything we tell her becomes inadmissible in court.
Yobius, I will ban you this instant if you say 6 or 7.
I will kill you. I will kill you. I will fucking kill you.
Don't you
Hammer to the
dare.
head.
Don't you
The
dare.
status.
It is 12:30 in the evening. No.
I will
Yo-
manifest through your screen, Yobies.
Yubbies, all of your left shoes are just slightly too small for the next week.
Blinn, you read this already, right? I think I zoned out. Yeah, I saw the line.
You're cursing Yobies.
Don't worry,
Basil, no!
Basil, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Anyways, did you already read this?
Yes, I read
was
this.
too
Yes,
distracted.
yes, this was red.
I see. Very clever, Chairman.
Makoto is allowed to drink sake.
The hell's wrong with you? Of course you can't drink. The ceremony of it. Oh, damn it.
Understood. I'll go retrieve it right away.
Have one of those layabouts that we're here fetch you a ladder first. Make them earn their keep for once. Put them a suit and a pair of glasses and you can just stand there for the rest of your career. You're lazy. With your damn emails if you've got nothing better to do.
Should we be seated in a certain way for...
There is no cask of sake.
Oh. But then the strategy of becoming intoxicated in order to avoid...
I made that up. You're the lawyer. There any truth to what I said?
No need for tricks like that. Attorney-client privilege already binds my hands. I'm working for House Ikaria right now, Sarah. I mean, hell, Makoto could confess to me that he's a mass murderer and I wouldn't be able to tell a soul.
So why did you send Makoto away, Mr. Chairman, sir?
I want to walk the gardens.
Was that Aki Aspen in the game? No.
Are we supposed to follow him?
I do see what you mean. Also, Aki is playing this game, and I imagine Aki has seen it because Aki does have Sarah's hair color and everything, and also orange accents. He left that part unsaid.
How can he tell?
Hey, quick strategy meeting. You know what a butler is, right?
I have to employ that strategy.
I'm glad you
We
have
have
such
to
an
be butlers.
appreciation for attorney-client's privilege, sir. It makes these conversations go much smoother.
But if you trust privileges so much, why don't you trust your grandson to be here?
Don't kid yourself, Copper. That boy is the future of this family. If I didn't trust him, there would be no point to any of this. Everything I've built. Dynasties aren't dynasties unless you manage to actually pass them down.
What you've built in the last 30 years is undeniably impressive. It must have required astonishing brutality.
Progress is brutality. And history is unkind to the gentle.
Is that why you orchestrated the fall of the leaves? To get your name in the history books?
Orchestrated. So grand. So full of it. We knocked on their doors, and when they opened them, we shot them. Walked up into them on the street and split their stomachs wide. Pulled up beside them and let loose full auto on their limos. It wasn't anything as complicated as orchestrated. I executed.
There's your profile.
Jesus, sir.
My goodness. Likes bodybuilding, archery, bonsai, yep, for sure. Just likes
Goddamn.
phones at the dinner table. Undefeated at enjoying spicy food.
Enjoying.
Enduring is the wrong word to use. Smells like cedar, tobacco, iron, and dried blood. Handshake. Vice-like. Fucking goddamn monolith of a man.
Jesus Christ.
And my uncle named me his successor for it.
The Blue Bloods weren't even able to put up a fight.
They were worried about handshake events and social media perception. I thought that their friends in high places would be there when they needed them. Thought they had already won.
So how'd you get away with that?
Good timing. No one notices a leaky faucet in a downpour.
This was right before the Red Decade got underway.
And once the borders started locking up, there was no chance for reinforcements. We never saw it coming. We didn't know there was a bubble. We didn't think things would get that bad. That's what they always say. The losers. The scapegoats paraded in front of courts and cameras to meekly reassure the national audience that, no, you couldn't have done anything. And you did everything right, so did we. We're all victims of uncontrollable market forces here. Still bred and for a piss-poor circus. With a pity party instead of proper gladiators. I saw the signs. But more importantly, I didn't ignore them. Draughts from heaven. No grain in the storehouse. No grain in the storehouses. And there'd only be room for one family of thieves in this city. I made sure it was mine. Last call. All aboard.
And everything you've built since. Renigen, Aurea Holdings, the legitimate half you're so proud of.
That was the easy part, actually. Reprivatizing an industry is a tricky business. How do you break up a state-controlled monopoly into a healthy, diverse, and competitive private marketplace?
How?
Dunno. I'll let you know if they ever pull it off. The shit show that they did go with was easily gamed. Sprinkled some cash in the right bureaucrats' pockets, and we're able to snap up entire economies wholesale.
I was gonna say, you guys are part of the state-controlled monopoly, essentially. We being the nobility.
And that's the term you prefer.
How did I? Why is he confessing?
He's not confessing, Sarah. This is bragging. Mr. Ikaria, I'm not looking to take up too much of your time, but perhaps you could help me understand something. The inciting incident, as they say.
In screenwriting.
They say it elsewhere too, probably. A year ago, you extended an olive branch to the Blue Bloods over Nirvana. Was it genuine?
My curiosity was genuine.
But not your financing. Is that why it fell apart? Why Makoto was attacked?
It fell apart because those first gens and young bloods of theirs are hot-headed idiots who can't follow orders. But I expected as much. It's why I ordered my hound to be present on standby.
But he didn't assassinate anyone that day, did he?
No.
Instead, Sasuke stepped in front of a blade that was headed for Makoto. And he's been guarding the boy with his life ever since.
Was that your order as well?
My order, yes. Not my idea. But I'm the patriarch, not a dictator. If my sweet siblings and darling nieces and nephews make an earnest request, who am I to refuse?
You had to be pressured into letting Sasuke guard Makoto. Weren't you concerned about Makoto's safety?
Of course I was. I just know the best place for the queen is under the attack, not hopping around the king's side blocking checks.
Hey, chess metaphor. Help me out.
Any beasts can sacrifice themselves, but there's only one queen, and she has by far the most mobility. It is better to keep her out in the open, ideally near the center of the field where she can attack freely. At least assuming you subscribe to.
Okay, got it. But here's the question. It's so funny that Morgan actually has no idea how chess works. That's very funny.
Fucking hates chess.
Of course you'd hate
Chess is
chess.
too strategy heavy. She needs to gamble, baby.
All of chess's plays and strategies are completely known, and just a matter of researching and learning them. There's no gamble to it.
She needs the thrill of a gamble, baby.
Why have the Blue Bloods kept trying to capture Makoto for over a year now? Because of some hot-tempered idiots?
What's your answer? Why do you think they would want to capture our little Makoto-tan? That's a new one.
I mean, this is the, like, if we're going with the thought that Chopin isn't the Little Lord, this would be my next thought, right?
Makoto's too young to be the Little Lord.
He is too young, you're right. Well,
the Little Lord, in theory, was a child at the time of this incident. And
what
this
if
was
the Little
30
Lord?
years ago.
What if the Little Lord had a kid? Well, no, they wouldn't be old. It wouldn't be, the timeline wouldn't match up. The ransom? No. Revenge?
Okay, so here, the Little Lord would be in his 30s right now. That was
Correct.
established when we were.
Which would match up with
discussing
Chopin, which is, yeah.
This is the thing about this game not giving us anyone's goddamned ages in their profiles. I'm so like, who do we know who's in their 30s? Because everyone here's drawn in their funny little art style and everyone looks like they're 20 forever.
Or close to 30, essentially, but yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is late 20s or like questionable 50s.
Yeah. Anyone but London. He's 10,000 years old.
Yeah.
This is a bit.
Oh, my mic unplugged. Fuck, you didn't hear my joke.
I didn't hear your joke, Gabe.
What
Please
was
tell
the
it again. I
joke?
want to hear it.
I just said he was still here when dinosaurs walked here. Don't worry.
Revenge?
God damn it, you just reminded me of the fucking joke earlier. Just the fucking like old-timey picture. It's like I already passed recently, you know?
I guess revenge would be the most likely thing because ransom just wouldn't make sense. Ransom just would not make sense, especially with the questions that they were asking Sasuke, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
when we were talking with Mama, I don't know, like revenge doesn't click with me the way she was talking about it.
Right? None of this really clicks that well. Like, they had a plan A for money, and it didn't sound like it necessarily involved... Huh.
The way Morgan walked away from that conversation, she's convinced Plan A was the Little Lord, which implies someone somewhere knows who the Little Lord is and that's actually real?
Yeah. I don't know, it's either, I don't feel like, no reason. His blood does, like, for all we know, I don't know.
Guys, what if they're not after Makoto?
What if they're not after, well, they've kept chasing him, but yeah, what if they're, like, trying to bait
The
him or
first
something?
attack happened at that meeting, and, like, they've been going after Makoto ever since. But you know who's been with Makoto ever since as
The
well?
Hounds, yeah.
Well.
They wouldn't want to capture Makoto. They don't. A certain mama said as much to my face. They'd much rather kill your soul heir than capture him.
It's what I'd do. If they had any heirs left.
God.
But then why keep attacking Makoto if not to kill or capture him?
Their goal's never been Makoto. It's just that every time they've gone after their goal, Makoto's been there.
You mean?
Put another way, the purpose of an operation is what the operation accomplishes. They've been trying to capture Sasuke for over a year. The other day, they finally succeeded.
You think those idiot punks wanted to take my hound alive?
I don't think. I know, because that's literally what they did. They captured Sasuke and brought him down to the lower wards.
To torture him. Idiots. And they don't talk after the third. They'll never talk at all.
The third what?
It wasn't just any blue bloods that tortured him. It was a pod led by a young blood named Creek.
No, but seriously, the third
Yep.
what?
Young, old bound by blood or water. They're all the same scum.
As you say. But I've learned that there are some pretty big ideological rifts among that scum. The young bloods captured him, no doubt on Old Guard orders, but just an hour ago an Old Guard was asking after Sasuke's health. They didn't want him harmed.
A generous interpretation.
I mean, Sasuke the Little Lord then?
Hey, that's what I've been thinking for the last, like, 20 minutes.
Because his age could also match up. I'm guessing
age matches up. They, like, were checking to make sure he was going to be alive and fine. They're, like, weirdly dedicated to hunting him down. Hey, you know what Science's whole, like, thing that they pride themselves on is?
DNA.
Paternity tests.
Oh my god, yeah. And which is a really great way to track someone down, yeah. I'm guessing the Youngbloods knew that, but they tortured him anyway. Probably because they wanted to know why they've been repeatedly ordered to capture him.
Out with it. Why would they want my hound?
What the Blue Bloods want, ultimately, is simple. So simple that my android can answer this one.
You putting her on the spot?
And, like, wasn't it
I
last time or some shit where it was like the Blue Bloods would not want the Young Bloods wouldn't want the Little Lord found alive. They'd want to kill his ass because they don't want to
Exactly.
get dumped by the old guard.
Yeah.
Of course, whoever captured Sosuke, if they were Young Bloods, would be like, "Hey, what the fuck is your deal?" Fuck.
What do the Blue Bloods need right now more than anything?
A lot of money. Without which they can't invest and legalize Nirvana.
Such a shame that. But we'll be happy to pick up where they left off.
So at a time when they need money, they're throwing their young bloods at capturing Sosuke. Ergo, capturing Sosuke must open a path for them to get their hands on lots of cash. What if, so nobody was killed, but Sosuke, caught a blade or took a bullet, and
Yeah, he stepped in front of a blade for Makoto.
a blade that possibly could have drawn blood.
That would be a starting point, because again, this has been going for a year.
Exactly.
He gets hit, someone does a blood test, they go, "Oh shit." That's now a year-long hunt they've been on to try and get
It would
this
make
guy.
sense. It would line up if it's like, okay, we have a blood sample. Let's just fucking check it to see who this guy is. Wait a minute.
And like, they probably didn't even know at the time, but it's like, oh, that's the Hound of Icaria? Well, let's do some blood test on him, just so like we have identification for this guy for later. Hey, what the fuck?
Exactly. Ergo, capturing Sosuke must open a path for them to get their hands on lots of cash.
My. I look away for a few days and suddenly my hounds skyrocketed in value. Who do I have to thank? Who raised the price on his head to such a degree?
What about Sosuke makes him so valuable?
And here we go. Who raised the price on Sosuke's head? You did. 30 years ago, you made him irreplaceable when you killed everyone else who shares a drop of his blood.
Sosuke is the Little Lord?
Last descendant of the Blue Bloods ruling families, and the only person on Earth who can get them back their fortunes.
Hell, shot in the dark.
You gonna deny it? Sarah, when did the attacks supposedly on Makoto begin?
About a year ago.
What else happened about a year ago?
The meeting between the Blue Bloods and the Icaria that fell into chaos.
Makoto made it out without a scratch, but only because Sosuke stepped in front of a blade for him.
Oh my god.
I can assume that Sosuke is an impressive martial artist.
With very well-defined pectorals and collarbones.
But even he must have left blood on the floor that day.
Yeah, he bled that day. But it's not as if he bled blue. You're telling me the old guard couldn't just smell the resemblance?
They didn't need intuition or guesswork. Their private security organization, Cyanus, is in the business of securing crime scenes, cleaning them up, and performing paternity tests. Could have been a whim. Could have been they were hoping to match him to DNA left at other hound attacks. Who knows? But I'd pay good money to have been a fly on their wall when they saw the results. Gabe?
Oh, my fucking microphone.
I had a
Fuck
feeling.
me.
Yeah?
His reaction to this information is not very strong.
That's to be expected. I've just told him a bunch of information that he already knew.
You already knew Sosuke was a Little Lord.
That chess metaphor you used a minute ago might have sounded like solid reasoning if I actually played. Unfortunately for you, I find the game boring. So it struck me as very odd that a grandfather like you, equal parts doting and calculating, would ever place his heir's safety below concerns as vague as optimal play. You didn't object to Sosuke guarding Makoto because you wanted to keep your hound. You just couldn't convince the rest of the house it was a bad idea without revealing who Sosuke really was.
If he knew Sosuke was a real target and would keep getting attacked, then having him guard Makoto would actually be putting Makoto in danger.
I love this game.
You know, bonsai. They look like miniature trees, but they aren't. They're shrubs. You condition it to look like a miniature tree by pruning it daily till it stops trying to grow into what it's meant to be, and instead lives as what you want it to be. Took the Blue Bloods 30 years to figure out my scheme. You solved it in, what, 48 hours? You deserve a toast. Now I wish that sake was in the storeroom. Instead, as a reward for your effort, I'll give you a story. 30 years ago, I saw the future. Not in statistics or stock prices or consumer confidence indexes. I saw it in people's eyes. Fear and delusion. The sinking feeling that maybe everything really is made of bullshit and seafoam. And that if you ever stop to look down at it, you'll fall through to the bottom. Can't warn people. They won't believe you. They'll strangle you to death for implying that their boat might have a leak. Only one thing to do in times like those. Take advantage. For 1 year, we pulled back. No resistance, no bargaining. We let the Blue Bloods hungrily swallow what we had left behind. For 1 full year, we withdrew and waited and sharpened our knives. 1 year of preparation for 1 weekend in August. Hottest August on record. We left all the goddamn windows open. So it went fast. We'd show up, get to work, leave the mess for whoever cared to see it. Drive into the next address. I did 22 myself. And even had you asked me back then, I couldn't tell you the first thing about any of them. Except for the 22nd. She had firm eyes. Cold eyes. No. Not that harsh. Cool eyes. Like condensation on steel. She was very brave. When I took aim at her, she blinked. Not even upset. Just exasperated. Like I neglected to hold the door for her. My mouth was dry. Felt like I hadn't spoken all day. I had to clear my throat to speak up so she could hear me over the babbling of the river she'd fled to. And the shots in the distance. I wanted to ask her why. Why out here? Why not in a panic room? Why was she wearing a medical gown? And why her thighs were covered in blood? Instead, I just asked, why aren't you afraid? She said, I can't be afraid. I'm a mom now. I've always liked that answer. So when the pistol stopped ringing in my ears, and I heard the baby wailing in the bushes, I felt inspired. It's tradition in our family going back centuries that the eldest child be guarded from birth and by a nursemaid. Typically from a branch family. My wife would have been due soon in the Hayakawa clan. I've been an unfortunate casualty of that month. There was an opening.
Expertly done. But why let him live?
Adonai.
So that I could invent the little lord. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across.
You started the rumors about a survivor.
So long as those fools still had hope that they could reclaim their former glory, they never rallied themselves into chipping away at ours. And if they ever did, it'd become a real threat again. I'd have the world's most valuable hostage, ready to put them back in check.
You turned your enemy's last hope into a meat shield for your family, and eventually, your personal attack dog.
That was just a bonus. The heir hadn't come of age, and so had Sosuke. He was free to choose any career in the family business at that point. He became the head of his own accord.
I'm sure.
But that's just...
Irrelevant at the end of the day.
What?
It helps me understand why the Blue Bloods have done what they have, but it doesn't put me any closer to proving Sosuke's innocence.
But Sosuke is their little lord. If we tell people, won't that change anything?
Well, for starters, we won't have any of this in courts.
Of course not. Can't exactly go telling the court about my exploits 30 years ago. No, not when we have attorney-client privilege.
But if you use your influence, if you reach out to the Blue Bloods...
What? Have we worked together to set Sosuke free? I killed everyone he could ever consider family, Copper. With a few old crooks waiting to die. Anyone who sheds a drop of his blood is in the ground. Most of them put there by me. I did all that to sink the Blue Bloods. Now that they're finally ready to die, you think I'd throw them a lifeline just to protect one man? Just to keep one man out of prison?
He's right. I'm not allowed to disclose anything I've learned here without his express permission.
It would complicate the tax suit against my family terribly if I came out that I lied about a blood relation, wouldn't it? Sosuke's in the will, after all.
That's
the law.
Didn't mean to run you in circles, honestly. I would have preferred you never wasted your time unearthing any of this. That's what I get for relying on him to deliver a message, I suppose.
You're the one who wanted to keep my investigation limited.
How did you get the picture and hurry up and make a plea deal? Negotiate the charges down to manslaughter.
Oh, you play both sides, London. Understood.
London's got his fingers on every single thing in this goddamn city, I think. He just needs a rest connection, and then he's got 3 for 3, baby.
He probably does.
Fuck, you right.
Get this all squared away so we can focus on fighting this damn audit.
audit. Sosuke is on trial for his life.
Sosuke has sworn to protect this family with his life. I'm respecting his wishes.
If he does go to prison, the Blue Bloods will die knowing their little lord is alive, but permanently beyond their reach, rotting in a cell for killing their own men in defense of their own worst enemy. I can see why you wouldn't mind that outcome.
Oh, sorry, that was not me.
Sarah's just emoting back
Okay.
there.
A hostage that you're never willing to sacrifice isn't a hostage, just a babysitting gig. I spared his life 30 years ago. This doesn't even cover his interest.
War.
So Sosuke's always just been a tool for you. A hostage you'd protect until the perfect peace came along.
I've always wondered, do tools appreciate in that part? When they're used properly? What do you think, Copper? Does Sosuke have any complaints?
That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Sosuke is a veteran. He served in the military. Did you grant your hostage permission to go get his life, to go risk his life for the country instead of you?
It's not like he wasn't one of those Minutemen, and they throw at walls. He was never in any real danger.
What about Azir Hound? Deadly assassination and infiltration missions. He could have died during any one of them. Why let your perfect hostage, your obedient tool, take on such dangerous work? Why give him your last name? Why let him live under your roof, raise him like a son? Why trust him with protecting the life of your son, your grandson? Why are you lying and pretending you don't?
Pardon my android's outburst, sir. I'll have to adjust our conversational parameters later.
Don't bother. Just rip its voice box out entirely if it's going to speak over a man and under his own roof. Goddamn copper. Next to furniture, telling me what I feel about my own damn family. Raise him like a son. What bullshit. I have no son. Counselor. Do your damn job. And tell Sosuke to do his. Now.
I'm sorry, that wasn't very butler-like behavior just now.
It's fine. It was a good play in that moment.
But do you think he meant that?
I don't know.
Do you think he meant it when he said he has no son?
Makoto is Daisuke's grandson. If he has no sons, then the previous heir that Sosuke grew up guarding must have been...
Makoto's mother.
Is it safe to assume everyone in your family has severe trust issues? God. I have no issues with trust myself. But as you've seen, the house has very particular preferences when it comes to information siloing. Fancy words. You could have just told me who you are. I told you my name and my position in the house. Is it relevant that I'm married? That I'm a mother? Should I be flattered? You told me you work for Arya Holdings. You didn't mention you're at least the second most powerful member of the house. If I had to tell people that, it wouldn't really be true now, would it? You could have told me your relation to Sosuke. He guarded you every day of your life up until you were 19. 19. He's your goddamn brother. So that message you wanted me to pass along. If you see a way out, take it. You wanted him to try and make a deal with the Blue Bloods to get out from under the house. If Sasuke merely gave them what they wanted, I'm sure there would be dozens of Blue Bloods ready to confess to the crimes he is accused of. So you know. You knew. And if you thought he could parse that message, that means Sosuke... He's not an unintelligent man. Merely stubborn about all the most frustrating things. God.
Goddamn.
Dude, what are we...
That was a fun fucking thing to learn about.
Holy
God.
fucking shit. I mean, I was kind of thinking about it the entire time looking at his design. It was in the back of my mind, I won't lie.
Sasuke is a touch more blue-coded than the rest of these people.
He
Yeah.
is. He is, yeah.
Everyone here is yellow.
He's a little more green than yellow, it is true.
This game is
Yeah.
so incredibly sophisticated and I appreciate it so much. Also, just
I
like
also-
Sarah especially calling out Daisuke on the matter of like parenthood and everything, right? Like this is of course
Yeah.
a matter she would approach of like he's related to you in a way. You took him under your wings still. Sure, as a bargaining chip, but you still put him in certain positions that you did not need to. Man.
Bug man.
Fuck, man.
I'm hoping my the voice I gave to Daisuke was
Oh yeah, it was good. It was good, yeah.
intelligible.
Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause.
Daisuke is such a fascinating character. I love it. Like, great mafia man. What do the Blue Bloods want from Sosuke, precisely? A blood donation? One sample will not suffice. They need to be able to validate their accounts whenever called for. Daily blood donations, then. I told you, the old guard want to become nobility. How did they cement alliances amongst the aristocrats? Wow. Aristocracy of old. Keep.
They want Sosuke to marry. But the old guard are old.
Sasuke's already got as much blue in his veins as they could ask for. They don't need him to marry into them. They need him to marry into power. Not the worst thing to have asked of you. Have you ever been in an arranged marriage? Don't call it a gift. You were the heir apparent up until Makoto was born. All that time, Sosuke was your bodyguard. And driver. And poison taster, though that would most often entail me giving him concoctions to try. But his assignment actually ended when I married. Subtracting Makoto's age, that had to have been over a decade ago. So he joined the military the moment he didn't have to shadow you anymore. And after he got back, he asked to become the Hound. Guy must really hate guard duty. He must. Back up a moment. Your father didn't want me uncovering Sosuke's parentage. Most likely because he didn't want Sosuke to know the strength of his own bargaining position. But you told me to pass Sosuke a message that he'd only understand if he already knew who his parents were. So how long has he known? And how long have you known he's known?
And when did Daisuke cease knowing who knows what?
Around the time Sosuke left for the military. Hell of a thing to find out at your entrance physical. It was before he left for the military, actually.
Did that influence his decision?
Sosuke finds out he could be the richest man in the city, and then he wants to risk dying in battle. Quite the guilty class consciousness. I don't know exactly what did or didn't influence his decision to join the military back then. You'd have to ask him. I apologize for any gaps in knowledge you've had to work around. But hopefully you now understand how delicate of a situation you found yourself in. Yeah, I can smell the explosives and hear the fuses sizzling. I just don't get why no one's gone over to stomp them out.
If Sosuke's known this whole time why the Blue Bloods want to capture him, why didn't he tell us?
Because he's a stubborn man working for a highly secretive family. That I get. What I don't get is why he didn't defect the moment he learned the truth. Who knows? You'll have to work out the rest with him. I've given you all the aid my position allows.
I suppose it was kind of you to share information with us at all. Being in charge of the legitimate side of your family, you don't have any connection with this incident yourself.
No connection with this incident. That's not quite accurate. Pardon? You do have a connection to this case, even if you yourself don't realize it. I found a note by the body of the Blue Blood who took Sasuke captive. It read, M. Ikaria. This was one of the men who attacked my son. I'd imagine a note with his name is the least of what you found. They've never been after your son. Not once. It's always been about capturing Sosuke, and Makoto's just been in the crossfire.
Which Sosuke knows, which explains his reluctance to accept the responsibility of guarding Makoto. So sorry, I'm receiving messages.
All good. So I seriously doubt this dead man was interested in Makoto Ikaria.
I'm sorry. 80 keeps messaging me in our chat room. She just sent me a gif of a cow rotating at rapid speeds.
I am now speeding up the speed of the cow in order so I may send it to her.
I have made the cow content aware.
What?
If you are not aware of what content awareness is.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Mirai Ikaria, however, has no relation to the world that dead man lived in. And that was decided the day she was born. But you do have a relation to Renegen. Makoto mentioned your family was given one seat on the board as a show of respect. I take it that's a deception, too. You may have let Renegen go public, but you've never given up control of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Sorry, I just remembered something I half noticed rewatching old episodes and then never remembered to fucking bring up until right this goddamn second. Sorry. Can you pull up the Renegen term that we got? That's in here somewhere, right? We got one of those fucking...
Global leader in pharmaceutical research. Company that puts your health before any other concern. Groundbreaking research in combating modern medical challenges. Medicine is cabinet of every home. Improve patients' lives and communities.
Right here. Treatment for type 2 abnormal diabetes. Do you remember when we were first investigating the crime scene with London and he started just leaking random shit about Creek's life? It was like, yeah, he's got a brother who has TAD, T-A-D, type 2 abnormal diabetes.
Yeah.
Am I crazy or is
oh my
that...
gosh, wait, no, you're right. And Creek was essentially funding him. I wonder if Creek was essentially holding Sasuke ransom to get Mirai to... Oh my god, Good fucking pull.
When I was rewatching our first
because it was an
episode, I
odd
don't
thing.
know why
It was an odd thing that we didn't really be like, what the heck does that mean, right?
Yeah, they brought it up in their flavor text. Okay, whatever. And then just I don't know, London dropped TAD and then never elaborated on what that was. And I was like, did we ever get
and we
a
never
term
got a
that could
term for
abbreviate
it,
that
but
way?
it's here. Yeah, it's here.
Fuck! Media literacy strikes again!
Fucking hell.
It's my shitty memory that isn't good.
The rest of the board must be your family's puppets. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what Renegen makes and the prices it charges.
Renegen is best known for the patenting of metin and formalin.
A patent which expired years ago. Plenty of other companies making it now.
And
yet the price hasn't gone down. The invisible hand sets price where it will. Sure, but this is your invisible hands. A normal corporation couldn't strong-arm its competitors into keeping prices high. That'd be operating as a cartel. But the reincarnation of the Ikaria drug cartel would know exactly how to go about that without getting caught. If that were true, it'd be much easier than you make it out to be. The right email signature, the right package delivered to the right address, the right look. These executive types scare easy when the perceived threat is anything bordering on the physical. Of course, it helps that the end result is we all profit immensely. But yes, metformin is very lucrative. What of it? Oh my god. Yep, here you go, Em. That dead man.
Fucking validated.
That dead man, Creek, had a brother with expensive tuition and TAD. Now, Gabe.
Gabe.
Oh shit, that was me. Sorry.
All good.
Type 2 abnormal diabetes.
Subtype of the autoimmune disorder.
Diabetes.
Diabetes, first discovered in mid-21st centuries, characterized by the body's inability to regulate blood glucose. Type 1, largely due to genetic factors. Type 2 is acquired by poor diet and exercise. Type 2A is mostly believed to result from child exposure to specific artificial sweeteners and seemingly cannot be reversed. Exactly what artificial sweeteners contribute to the disease is still not well understood. The disease's increased prevalence in urban food desserts is well documented. Most severe symptoms can be managed through diet and exercise, but even then, the peripheral neuropathy. Fuck. God damn it. I hit right click again. I don't know why
You gotta stop doing this, girl.
my hand on my mouth just does this. The peripheral neuropathy, deterioration of nerves in the limbs, and overall fatigue can be debilitating. TAD can be treated with a variety of medicines, but the most commonly prescribed is metformin, as it can be ingested as a daily pill rather than injected like many comparable drugs. The cost of TAD medications is a well-known issue, particularly in urban communities with high use populations. While Renigen's original patent on metformin has expired, and there are generic versions of the medication freely available, prices remain high even for drugs produced by direct competitors for reasons that remain unclear. Renigen has maintained that metformin is sold at the proper market value and has suggested that state-mandated quality control processes are to blame for the inflated costs that drug manufacturers are forced to pass on to consumers. Tingling sensation fingers why, how to get health insurance, what does health insurance actually even do?
Many
Ooh.
people are saying this every day.
He'll need metformin for the rest of his life. And he really ought to choose the proper insurance plan, don't you think? I don't get the impression that family member coverage is a benefit the Blue Bloods offer. I suppose even the Mob Act has its limits. Yes, one could find the name of M. Icaria in relation to the Renigen board if they looked hard enough. So you think this Creek individual was going to threaten me? Come up to me on the street with a knife, a gun? He wouldn't get within 100 meters. I don't doubt that. Now the rest of this is speculation, but he might have just wanted to contact you. That would have been even less likely to succeed.
So you truly don't care that his brother needs this medicine? Sosuke's like a brother to you, and you've gone out of your way to try to help him even when he stands to gain nothing from it.
Yes, but I wouldn't expect my enemies to be impressed by the effort.
How would you feel if they laughed at your effort?
My apologies, new android, still adapting the conversation. You know what we sold, back before Renigen. Before the facade of nobility, back when we were the Icaria cartel. Opioids. Yes, it was still illegal back then, but not for everyone. Take the exact same compounds, put them in an extended release pill, and sell it at the pharmacy. And that's just pain management. It's all the same poison, equally addictive whether you get it from a dealer or a doctor. Have you ever seen someone go through opioid withdrawal? Like taking a wine opener to your stomach for 7 days straight, they testified. Pain like that eats people alive slowly and replaces them with something unrecognizable. A loving parent would steal from their own child if they thought it could buy them release from that kind of pain. Painkillers. What a joke.
Does Renigen produce painkillers?
No, we do not. People die if they don't get the medicine they need, and I'm sure their family mourns them. But addicts die a little more every day of their life until the day they finally fade out forever. And their family feels disgusted with themselves for breathing a sigh of relief. Plenty of kinds of evil in this world, little girl. Plenty to choose from. For real people like us, if you don't choose, the choice is made for you. Now wipe that look off your face and access the following address. Renigen.main.financing.prescriptionfinancingoptions.outofpocket.apply.
You have that memorized. But this portal is...
Not listed to or linked to anywhere on the site. I know, but it still works fine. By law, we have to have it, but we can't be blamed if the website is poorly designed. If you know any despondent crybaby college students looking for coupons to help pay for medication, they might want to start there.
Thank you.
Unforeseen side effects.
Achievement get.
Don't thank me. Don't. I can't stand it. Just save Sosuke's life. Don't know how you pulled that off.
I dunno. They do consistently refer to themselves as a house. Perhaps they simply value family more than you think.
I think we can go a little bit longer and do this one scene. If we're good for that.
I'm starting to fade, but yeah.
I think we power through this.
My best.
Well, I'm debating.
Gotta talk to Sosuke.
I think I want to do this.
Never mind that I'm sicky, so
I think I want. Are you good for this one last scene, Gabe?
I could do one more.
Okay. 7:14 p.m., August 15th, 2086.
So where should we begin?
What do you mean? I'm afraid I don't have anything new to tell you.
Stubborn about all the most frustrating things, was it? I'm your lawyer, Sosuke. We're sworn to always do what's best for our clients, their rights, and their privacy. To an extent that many consider extreme, we are unable to disclose incriminating or otherwise problematic information that our clients give to us, no matter the circumstances. This whole system is designed to benefit the defendant. So it really upsets me when I find out that my clients are lying to me about vital information that could help me save their lives.
If you're troubled by the nature of my work as the Hound...
You're adopted.
Yes, from the Hayakawa.
That's bullshit. You know it. I know it. And people whose opinions you respect know it. Fine. All members of the military have extensive DNA samples on record. If I subpoena...
Alright, stop. Just... stop.
Hold on. No, right, yeah. We saw his mom. I'm like, Kim still might be directly related.
No.
Right, I had to think for a second. Like, yeah, we did see her.
Died.
His mom did fucking die, but...
That was the whole point of that cutscene, was we watched her die.
Right, sorry.
Does the military keep all its members' DNA on record?
I don't know. Probably, right?
Yes, I... know what you're referring to. Even before I knew, I did wonder.
If you've known about your real family for more than a decade, why do you ever...
Because it doesn't matter.
Try telling that to the Blue Bloods. They've been risking a gang war for over a year trying to get to you.
That's their choice. It has nothing to do with me.
How can you... I'm appalled, Sosuke. How could a brave soldier serving the House of Ikari allow violence to continue when he knows he could stop it?
A worthy attempt, Counselor.
Sorry. Guess I'm not used to having to persuade people to act in their own best interest. Or that of their family.
Family? The Ikari raised me, fed me, taught me how to read, write, walk. They gave me a home, a purpose.
They're using you.
They need me.
They've got a funny way of showing it.
I owe everything to them, and nothing to the dead.
They're only dead because the man you call a father murdered them.
He did that a long time ago. To people I've never met. You'll have to forgive me if I'm short on empathy for complete strangers.
Aunts, uncles, cousins, parents, siblings. You can't call them complete strangers, Sosuke.
Can't I? The Ikaria are my family, and nothing will change that. Nothing ever could.
Let's test that.
Pardon?
The state thinks you murdered a cop. They'll make sure no one ever thinks of following your example. Let me repeat that. The full brunt of the police state is about to fall directly on the back of your neck. Hammer. Nail.
I'm not afraid of prison.
You ever been in one?
What? No,
They shave you.
What?
When you're convicted, they shave you. For hygiene. It's not for hygiene.
Are you talking about that vital work release thing? Do they fit you for skull caps?
Not right away. They don't do that to people. Put a man in chains, strip him naked, sew his mouth shut. He'll still recognize himself in the mirror. He's still a person. But shave his head, give him a uniform, and make him sit in the dark with 500 others who have been treated the same. He starts to forget. Forget that he's a person. After you're so bored that you're seeing constellations in concrete, and after you're scratching your skin raw just to feel something new, that's when they ask if you'd like a job. After people stop being people.
How could you even know any of that?
We've already seen this one.
I don't think we have.
This came up in like episode 0. It was one of the like journals we could read, or like it was something London brought up briefly when we were talking about.
But
Carlos.
we
like,
didn't remotely get into this in slightest. Oh my gosh!
I remember we looked at. I remember we looked at this, and I remember like, yep, that's all we need to see. The fact that that is in fact what they've chosen to put in the article. Okay, great. Due to ongoing controversy and looking into the suicide of a guy who was in it, there's no search results here. Smile!
I'm a defense attorney, Sosuke. Who else gets to see the inside of a prison and walk away afterwards? Makoto sent me himself, so you never actually took your one phone call, did you? Take my phone and call Hana Kim. The Blue Bloods will volunteer a fall guy to confess to these crimes and you'll walk free. After which, you'll become one of the richest men in the city overnight.
That's not...
Sawa.
Gabe?
I might fucking blow up my microphone.
It deserves it, I think.
If you're at all curious, I have done some calculations to estimate the extent of your familial holdings. The number is quite remarkable. Though I suppose I haven't taken taxes into account.
No one's asking you to abandon the Ikaria. You could become their greatest ally. Together, your families would...
I know exactly what would happen if I made the deal. I won't do it.
Why the hell not?
Why not, Sosuke?
You're forgetting a few small details involved in this process. Namely, disowning the people who raised me in my entire life, and claiming myself before the world as the son of people that I've been fighting since I was a teenager. How shameless do you think I am? Daisuke. That man raised me like his own son. In return, I can't throw away that the name he gave me just for goddamn money.
Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Is that it? You would rather rot in prison as an Ikaria than
Live in luxury as a blue blood.
the way the way that they color him in full blue here.
Yeah. Gladly.
And then shifts to yellows.
But what if he was yellow?
It's-
The neon green, Sarah! Crazy!
This is my answer, Morgan. If you try and use my parentage in the trial tomorrow, I'll dismiss you as my counsel and change my plea to guilty.
If that's your answer, then that's your answer. You're the client. What you say goes.
Right.
So if you somehow last another night without the cops smothering you in your sleep, we'll need some kind of strategy when we go into court tomorrow.
Of course we will. And what are your thoughts on the matter?
I might have found a window of opportunity. A chance that someone other than you had the means, motive, and opportunity to commit these crimes. Have you remembered anything else about your captivity?
Maybe. If we go over it again, and I extrapolate somewhat, or a lot.
We'll need to be prepared. You're going to be called to the stand tomorrow.
All I need to do is keep silent, right?
You better not. I'll be the one asking the questions.
You're going to call him to testify.
What are you expecting to say up there?
I want you to tell the truth, of course. I want you to tell the court exactly how you were set free.
So that's the angle we're going with.
I mean, you should save the game regardless now, while you're thinking of it.
I'm like, this, I want to get through this night, but I also don't know how long this could be, and I don't want to strain Gabe longer.
I don't mind.
Okay. I'm like, I feel we're close to a good stopping point here, but...
Yeah, I could keep going a bit longer if you need me to.
Alright, you could taking another night shift. He's infuriating, but I'd rather he didn't get shanked at the moment.
Of course, Adonai. Detective London will be back shortly, and I'll make sure Sosuke is monitored all night.
What is it? You gonna ask me to explain his decision? Because I'm done trying at this point.
I don't think his decision is that confusing. He wants to be loyal to the people who've shown loyalty to him.
Shown loyalty. Do you need a microscope to see it? You spot any members of the noble house of Icaria around here? Or are they hiding under a box somewhere?
The people who've shown loyalty to him historically. His decision doesn't confuse me, but his choice of words. He considers the Icaria his true family, and yet he again spoke of a debt to them. That seemed odd to me. What do you think?
I don't know.
Did they really shave everyone in prison, or is that another bluff?
Not everyone, no. Only everyone who can't pay the fees.
There we go. There's your stopping point.
There's the stopping point.
We're going back to the apartment.
Oh my goodness gracious.
There's probably going to be like one more scene and then we'll get back to trial. If I had to guess, if we're going to our apartment.
Fucking shit. Oh my goodness.
What a great fucking session.
Wow, did we learn a lot today?
Wow, did we learn a lot today? And also, I've got some gears spinning. Look.
Yeah.
And also, the great thing about this game is like, what angle are we gonna play here in this court? You wanna know what I'm immediately thinking? What I'm immediately thinking?
Mm-hmm.
There is no fucking way Emma Rockford doesn't also have access to those military records.
Yeah,
I
she's
have such
probably gonna play that.
I cannot imagine a case where she doesn't find an angle to play that. I have a feeling that will absolutely come up somehow.
To which it isn't us playing that card.
It's not us playing that card, so it's like it would be a whole different angle that we're playing from at that point. Because like, okay, what the hell is going on, and how is this being brought up and all? Right, like.
Oof.
What a session. Holy fuck, Sosuke.
So complicated.
I had a feeling that this was going to be the angle that he was going down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't like surprise me in the slightest. Not in the slightest, right?
Yeah,
Not at all.
Um,
Because I know his type of character. He shows absolute loyalty to those who raise him.
But there's such a messy knot at the center, right? Like, oh man. So I have an idea, a suggestion.
Yes, ma'am.
Given that Limbus Company is likely to still be bi-weekly for the foreseeable future, what would we think of possibly doing this next Thursday instead of Sunday?
I can't.
Okay, understood. Great, cool.
Funny you say that.
If you had asked weeks ago, I'd be down.
Oh, you're fine.
I
You're
have
fine.
a in-person live event Thursday nights now from
Totally okay. Totally okay. It was a thought I had. What were you gonna say?
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 7 to midnight or so. So I would
No
be...
worries. No worries. Yeah. No, because I'm like,
Yeah.
if that.
And Gabe, you did mention this to me last night, but didn't you say that?
Oh my
you would
god,
not be
hi Ren.
available?
So sorry. I will be available next week for Limbus Company. The week following, I will not be available because I have to take that Saturday off because my mom is coming to visit.
That Saturday off? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, so
Saturday of the 7th. So the week following the 7th, I will not be available.
I mean, that's fine because we wouldn't be able to play on the 12th anyways. So like, that's okay, given that we're bi-weekly. So that's fine.
I also might not be available that Sunday, but we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll see. Hell, we'll see if no. There's no way we finish this case on next Sunday.
God no. Fuck no.
This. Holy shit. This was a complicated session.
I'm so interested in where this is going.
This was such a
know, right?
messy session on so many fronts, especially seeing like we really dug into Morgan's personality this session, and also like even her forcing Sarah into not comfortable things.
Hey, taste the blood of this fucking charred knife.
And then pretty much threatening to do it again with the bandages.
Well, like Morgan said back in like the start of this chapter, you can do anything to anyone as long as you don't think of them as human.
But like, that contradicts the way she was treating Sarah.
Sure does.
I think like, well, I think she absolutely views Sarah as human, but also there's another element to her, which is that she may have issue empathizing with humans in the first place. So even if she views Sarah as like an equal, how she views equals is not exactly great, right?
How she views anyone is not exactly great.
Exactly,
Let's
that's
be
what I mean.
fucking for
Well, no,
real.
that's what I mean.
Let's
That's
be
how she views
fucking for
anyone, like
real.
how she views people in general. That's the problem, right? Is like how she views people.
Yeah, but also fundamentally, the game very much points at you directly in the face and goes like that. She's got issues. And this is what the culmination of her issues is.
I like
I'm sleepy.
all good. I thank you for pushing through. I'm like, I feel there's going to be a point where we can tie up here. And I'm glad we pushed to where we got. I'm glad the last scene wasn't too long.
Happened at the damn courtroom.
I'm back.
It's gonna happen in this court. I'm so excited for the inevitable crash course of once again having to voice Emma and 80, and also Han is probably gonna be there at least once.
Yeah, she did
I'm
say
so
I'll see you in the
excited.
courtroom.
Man,
It
That was like.
It wouldn't
I know
be
there's
us
like
playing
a-
of the devil if I didn't pull a Blinn case to Ace Attorney at least once a case, huh?
I'm
The
just
official terminology now.
this has been the way that they have fully gone like all in on just really getting messy with like, yeah, we're gonna explore the criminal underworld, but like really explore the criminal underworld and in such a fascinating degree, but also such a fascinating like well spun web, right? Like
I love my crime dramas.
holy shit, this
Love
has
a
been
crime drama.
such a rich crime drama. Yeah, just man.
I'm glad there's something to fill that.
If the more
void of what
human Sarah
Yakuza-
gets, the worse that Morgan might treat her. I feel like it's more like Sarah is going to naturally run into what's always been there for Morgan, right?
yeah,
Like,
of what's been wrong with Morgan.
and we've really seen it, and that no mask is going to come back to bite her so bad.
Oh, dude, her fucking
mentioning
bragging in
that-
front of other people. Well, not bragging. But
I'm not
like,
sure if it'll
idly
come up.
mentioning.
I'm not sure if it'll come up in the case, but like it's definitely going
It'll
to.
come up like I imagine in a later chapter.
There's a lot of things that's going to bite her, yeah.
Like she kind of misplayed that card. in Whitney.
She super fucked up. She should not have done that. That was not a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Like
I
I
still
think
stand by my belief from last session. Which, like, I don't think the Huntsman has anything to fucking do with what happened in this case, but I do think that is going to be an overarching problem, and this is not going to help, Morgan.
I'm just like the Han angle feels too easy, but at this point it probably has to be that. Like it probably has to be that. Who knows? Han was definitely there, right? Like Han was definitely there and involved in some way.
I still feel weird about Roger.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going to lie.
Absolutely, yeah. Rogers still feels very odd, especially with the large injury that Sosuke suffered,
like-
right?
He's the guy who found the body. He's the guy who called it in. He's the guy who arrested Sosuke. We've talked to him one time. That is too few times to talk to a character who is that important to this case.
Right. Yeah.
There is no way in hell there's not something else going on with him. Basil and I shaking hands over here. Eyes on that fucking pathetic wet cat of a man.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
also the
there's
fact that his
something-
blood matches with what was found on the knife.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not purely Sosuke's, which we cannot tell anymore,
I think Roger killed his
then that
partner.
man's suspicious.
I also think Roger killed his partner.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. There is a lot of the episode 1 definitely like set things up of like, okay, here's Sarah and here's Sarah's like very strong beliefs, and like and we've seen it even farther doubled down this episode where she strongly believes in the good in people and will like call people out and like, you care for this person. I don't believe that you don't care for this person, right? And that cannot last with Morgan. It will run to a head eventually, sooner than later, and that it's going to be fascinating seeing how this goes wrong. Yeah, man.
Smeal. It's fine.
This is
Sweet,
such a
so
messy
sweetly.
web, and it is fascinating seeing how smartly it has been spun, where like there's no weak points here. It just works. Okay. I need to get some sleep and rest for tomorrow. We're gonna go and raid someone who's literally in the first part of the trial for this case currently. and about to see Rogers. But yeah, so many ways this could end. Yeah, gonna be great to see. Thank you all for powering through. This is wow. This is a heavy session. Oh boy. All right.
I've got like one more big crack theory thing going in my brain, but I need like more evidence for my thoughts before I say anything. I need like one more key detail to come to light, and if it lines up the way I'm thinking it will, I will discuss further then.
Yeah, you've definitely been like catching the smaller details that like, especially because I have to worry about like, you know, stream things and all. I have glanced over a few details, but I
rewatched these episodes too much
that
in
helps
preparation
too.
for doing voices.
I'm drawing.
I know things.
I'm like, I'm low on. I'm drawing dead ends here, where I'm like, I do not. There's so much.
I should probably do the same, because I need to remember a lot of my voices.
Fair, especially since you now have voices that might return in the future. Like, I don't see a way that's. Well, we'll see how Sosuke ends up at the end of this, but man, this has been so.
God,
fun.
I hope he returns.
Hopefully,
I love him.
But all right, we're gonna go ahead and queue up rating Mama 2, who is a, I believe they're a manticore, if I remember. There's some sort of creature. There's some sort of creature. I forgot, but they're about to see the wet noodle. They're about to see the wet noodle. But all right, thank you everyone. I should be streaming tomorrow. We'll see how my spoons are, but otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves, and night, night, night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.